check. Mic check. What's going on, realm? How we doing? Running a little late. little Valentine's Day late. Let's get the levels right. You know what I'm saying? Make sure things are good, are right, and exact in the realm. Going on right there. Roll call. Let's see what we got up in here. All right. See some names. Game Adaption Newscast. Salute. You know what I mean? Already talking at Avowed talk. Okay, you know that's going down. Lydia Master, what up? Penhite Jewett, my man. What's going on? Back from the dead. My God. Salute. You already know. Jelly. Salute. Eternal the Gamer. What's going on? Big B Money. Salute. Lydia Master. Okay. I see y'all up in there. Skulls Tastics. All right. Going around. We got the trumpets going. You already know. Here we go. Y'all here being spicy early. I see y'all here fighting and elbowing early. Zach Riley, what's up, man? What's going on, man? It might be a solo show. You gotta see where the rest of the Lord's at. He gonna be joining in progress. He coming. You know what I'm saying? Sounds good. How the Gunner Optics? Gunner Optics are going well. We're waiting. We are finalizing. We'll see what happens, but hopefully sooner than later. You know what I mean? Everybody hit me up about them gutters. See what's going on. A lot of fly stuff going on. What else we got up here? Dr. Strangelove. Cog, what sex activities are the Lords doing today? We got to see, man. We got to see. Right now, King Sticky Slick, you trying to get out of that glizzy. You know what I'm saying? You got to take care of that. You got to take that to the face. You don't want to do that. So it might be, once he gets in there, he'll probably join him a little late. He's definitely coming through. Astro Power, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, let's go, man. See that one soda, crispy. See that? Right, people in the building. You already know. KCD Hunter and stuff. All right. Yeah, Diego, what's up? Ding dong. What's going on? That sound like New York. Sound like my man Gorilla Limbs. Ding dong, bing bong. Salute. Morpheus, what's going on? He said it's going to look crazy on the pro. They like, yes, we can get through game. Yes, he do. Yeah, you already know. So look, try to find out the rest of the Lords. They attic around. And then we'll see what's going on with the rest. But it should be a fun show. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. You already know I'm going to be in my ninja bag. Y'all know what's coming. How is the snow in New York? It's inconsistent. Like, we'll get snow when you're like a couple of inches, then it'll rain, snow again, rain. Like, we haven't got like a true New York winter. It's weird. Like, it's very, very weird. We'll see what's up. But anyway, you said you could barely hear me. Now people say they can hear me. What's going on? Maybe it's your volume, bro. Let me double check though before I talk slanderous. Make sure. Nah, my levels say they're coming, bro. Let me check through the yeah. It's looking good. No, it's coming, cog. Talking about Xbox was great. Yeah, I saw it. I caught a little bit. Thank you, Lydia. Thank you. Yeah, Game Adaption. Get your volume right. The music a little higher than me. Okay. That's fair. I ain't gonna slander him. All right, so look. We'll try to find out where everybody at. If not, y'all just gonna get me solo 4 hours. That's it. That's how we doing. Dropping a solo album. Just. All right, talk to y'all.
Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't want to be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they want to compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got let's switch that up.
What is you doing? Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just keep that going.
Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's... Whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got... Nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's... Whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got... Nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep
just
that going. Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's... Whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look, y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I'm addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rings. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got... Nah, let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm just
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars, and I'm going places. Better tell a Uber, cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. That's... Whew. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
I'm
Keep that going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. Welcome to the show. If you would not mind, go ahead and find yourself a spot, get comfortable, grab a snack, do all that good stuff that we need to do, and we're about to get started. It's not important who I am. What's important is that you are pulling up to the Iron Lords podcast right now as we speak, and I guess I'm here to keep you entertained until it's time to get this show started. So look. Y'all done messed up and turned me to an animal. And haters be swearing they real, but come to find out that they really mechanical. And yeah, I be eating these rappers, but that's all a part of me being a cannibal. And they say I'm better than money because you can bank on me being accountable. I know a million rappers that don't wanna be on a song with me, that's understandable. I kill a beat and they wanna compare me to Freddie and Jason. I'd rather be Hannibal. They be like, why use a video game? Just be original, y'all too dramatical. I know it's random, but I am addicted to flipping the sample and making it flammable. This is that yoga, fire, flame. They think it's arson up in the apartment, they call it department and I get the blame. Still I be running, collecting them rains. You just a target when I'm in the range. I was the hardest to start regardless back when you was messaging people on AIM. Check my vocals, all on Twitter but I'm anti-social. Love my city but I'm still bi-coastal. I got let's switch that up.
What is you doing?
What I wanna do?
Don't stop. Nah, that was dope.
Keep that
going. Nah, go ahead.
Look, I guess you could say that I'm very spoiled. For them to be your dogs, they ain't very loyal. But I ain't gon' hold ya, I ain't here to boil you. You ain't gotta say it, I'm embarrassed for ya. Always been a nerd, never been a loser. Making Voltron with a gang of cougars. And I'm going places, better tell a Uber. Cause it's pretty hard to sleep on Freddy Krueger. Let's do that again. Hear ye, man. I'ma just chill and watch them and eat snacks in the attic. I wanted to chill with the pack and be like a young whoop, but then they would mistake me for addict. If I can imagine it's cool to give you some advice, then invite your girl to your squadron. Cause if you don't give her that option, you gon' be single player like Sovereign. You gon' get tossed in the bushes by King David. Royalty and not a pretender. Detrimental to an elemental, what's an avatar to a knee bender? I gotta be me though. I know it's my destiny, word to Cognito. Who cares if you fly, if you still a mosquito? You swear you ain't stuntin', but really be Steve-O. You like to collect stuff and that's cool, but I got bad news. Even if you really was that Jew, King David still be the king of the statues. Since a juvenile, I've been cursed with a curse to be musical. And if you hate it, we'll meet in the crucible. Other than that, then it's cool and it's beautiful. We let you know that your dreams are pursuable. Whatever you wanna do, then it's doable. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day. Woo. If you got work on a Sunday, it's suitable. Cause you can listen to this in your cubicle on the Lord's Day.
Switching over, Mike's hot. Let's do a mic check real quick. Let's talk to the great Forte right quick. Let's talk. He makes things right.
Man, I make things right. What's going on, guys?
Oh, yeah,
So,
levels are good. I like that. I like that.
I mean, yeah, go ahead. No,
go
you
ahead.
know.
No, you don't know. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, we back on that.
Eagles, fly.
It's too soon for this. Oh,
You
man.
knew you was gonna have to get that.
Oh, what's funny
you
though?
knew.
What's funny though? I ain't even gonna hold you. I was kind of enjoying it.
I was too.
I go to see Mahomes scrambling for his life. I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of enjoying it.
They had a hit on that man on Sunday last week, bro. Man.
And when you start seeing the happy feet, and you
man.
you know the pocket's about to close on you, like I was like, yeah, he need to know how that feels.
Man, I never seen Tom Brady act like that.
Don't start, don't do that. Giants, Spagnola had him. Come on.
He ain't act like that though.
No, true, he act like that.
He ain't act like that in the game.
See what it is? You feel vindicated. This is now you like, this is not the GOAT.
It ain't the GOAT. He got to recover from this one.
I see what you doing. I feel that. You know what? I feel it. I totally get it. And part of me if I looked at the timelines and this timeline, I'm like, all right. And shout out to Eagle. They might be here for a while, bro.
It's gonna be scary. That's scary for my Lions, man. I don't know.
They look like NFC might be.
We lost all our coordinators and
bro. We about to lose Debo. Not like he was doing much anyway, but we kind of in between. We not all the way there, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, hear ye, and we are live. Welcome to the Downloads Podcast LLC and LordsOfGaming.net. This is episode number 388. It's another glorious Sunday. We're back at the round table on the Lord's Day. And before you ask, King is coming. Stop worrying about all that. Oh, hold on, Paris. Oh, I see some Tom Brady talk. Hold on. We got to talk. Here we go. Tom Brady had that ball in his hands with a chance to win. And here we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Too many Brady fans now.
Hey, Tom Brady, all the games he lost in Super Bowls was less than 15 points total.
So that's what we do. So now this dismisses GOAT talk now.
Right now.
There's levels to it. Okay.
Hey, the man was. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. The man was on the precipice. He was like, he had. If he would have three-peated,
that's what I was saying.
That's like an extra Super Bowl right there. So I'll give him credit, but I was like, we got to back you away from the edge, and the Eagles did that for me. I appreciate them for that.
Hold on, country big talking that UK talk. He said UK football is better than us football, US football. I see what you're doing. Y'all on that Premier League over there. That's what y'all doing over there. That Premier League. Anyway,
US looking bad over there right now.
Yeah, it is.
Like we real injured right now. We look like Lions.
Very injured. And today we've got Avowed reviews and early launch success. Shinobi Art of Vengeance, PlayStation State of Play, and SouthOfMidnight previews to discuss. So we gonna get right into it. So let's introduce those original gaming nights of the realm here at the round table. Minus the King David, you know what I'm saying? But he gonna be dropping in progress. Little Valentine's Day thing going on with the white, you know what I'm saying? With the king and the queen. They gonna be here though, so don't worry. But we gotta start with my co-host, the co-most, my brother from another mother, the difficult game conqueror, Lord of the Spin Clap, and the How of the Young Wolf. My man, Lord Addict with his head down, back to back. What is going on with you, sir?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
I woke up like 45 minutes ago. So
Not his camera.
Yeah,
oh no, he's back. Okay. No, you go. It was freezing for a bit. Keep talking.
Yeah, I think it's going to be issues. I don't know. Zoom. Something's up with Zoom because Zoom was never being these kind of issues, and now it's constantly having issues.
Yeah, it's so weird today. Like I don't know what's going on because it's like what's funny is, and you in the little box, you good, but as soon as he start talking and it switch over to him, I don't know if you want leave and come back and see if that works.
No, nothing's gonna fix it because you're frozen on my end.
Damn. What about you? What about me, Forte?
You look perfectly fine on my end. Everything good.
Try leave and come back and see what happened with that joke when we get it popping.
Yeah, both y'all were moving in my screen.
No doubt. Zoom, doing what it do. But Forte, man, what's going on with you? We got DPS Podcast in the building. The homie, Detroit's own. What's going on with Big Beach, man? I don't know. I got to talk. We got to talk hood politics.
We got to talk hood politics. Listen,
what's going on, man? I don't know. This ain't looking good for the town. But I'm hearing things. What's up?
Listen, sometimes you got to disown. When people start talking out of pocket, I'm like, yo, I don't know him. he ain't from here.
Can I ask, is this a thing though? Like, is it in the town? Is it being talked about? Like for us, it's being talked about. We looking at 50 timeline. We looking at Rick Ross timeline.
Yeah.
We looking at everybody timeline. So I wanted to know, like, is it in the town? What's the energy?
From the people that's in the know about it, it is. I've been in the store and just a group of people just been talking in the back of the store, like, you know, about just all the different things. Like, man, this dude out of pocket. I don't know what he talking about. That's crazy. So listen, man.
Is the town siding with Meech though? Like, we got to see paperwork and we ain't believing none of that.
Listen, the town is on the side of the right. You know, they're gonna rock with him until it's proven otherwise. I will give him that much. Okay. But you better hope that it comes out in the right way, because it will turn upside down and people will be like, yeah, I wasn't really about him anyway.
Okay. Yo, the chat is like, what are they talking about? It's hood politics, y'all. It's hood politics. Don't even worry about it. BMF stuff.
Yeah. But outside of that, man, just a lot of snow. A lot of snow.
How much I got?
I'd say over the last 4 days, about 19 inches.
Damn.
Yeah, we had four.
We got rain right now, not snow. Yeah. We're in a state of emergency right now.
Yeah, we got. Yeah, so Wednesday we got 6 inches. Then we got another 4 on Friday, and then we got 6 last night. And it's still snowing right now. Like I then went outside 3 separate times to use my snowblower this week. I was like, it's crazy. So I woke up in the middle of the night and looked outside. I was like, man, is it gonna stop? So yeah, we're up to like 18 inches altogether over the course of 3 days of snow. So and it doesn't look like it's slowing down. Like Addy said, we had a winter state of emergency for like the last 4 days. Wow. So, but it really doesn't stick that hard because it's pretty decent outside. It's not cold. It's like 30 degrees. 30 degrees and stuff. I don't know where this weather's coming from. But no, outside of that, man, just playing games, working, hanging out. My daughter is officially my youngest daughter. I think I'd have converted her to a football fan.
What's going on?
Like she done. We're going to the Michigan spring game this year. Where she watched the Lions playoff game with me. She actually watched the whole Super Bowl with me.
Okay.
I went over all of the position. Like I was playing college football and she saw the position acronyms and stuff. It was like, what is WR? And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, she's like, WR. I was like, I'm looking on the screen. She said CB, WR, QB.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you talk about okay. And then I literally just, man, let me tell you, I literally went, this position does this, right in and left in, protects the quarterback. And she was like, oh, okay. She said, yeah, I'm learning now.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, so she's like really into it now, and it's really cool. And she just, I feel bad because she was upstairs watching The Wiz with my wife last night. Old school watching The Wiz. And then she came downstairs and started playing Resident Evil 3 on my PC behind me. And so I'm like sitting like I am, like right facing this, because this is where my Xbox is hooked up. My PC's right here. She's behind me. And then all of a sudden I hear her mom call downstairs like, Peyton, what you doing downstairs? Why ain't you watching The Wiz with me no more? And she's like, oh, I wanted to come hang down here with my dad. I was like, oh. And then I was like, why didn't you want to? I said, why didn't you? Your mom probably was like hanging out. She said, yeah, it was kind of boring.
Oh, damn.
I was like, "Where you be? Don't say no. Don't say." Oh, she said she was playing Sims and watching The Wiz. I said I get it because she's like a multitasker. So she's watching. She's really not watching. She's like doing this and letting that just play on the screen. So she was sitting there like, "Yeah, this is boring. I'm about to go downstairs, hang out with Dad, and play Resident Evil on his PC."
There we go. Salute.
It's actually cool because my oldest daughter is like really to herself and quiet. So we hang out, but not like that.
Right.
This one is like,
all over. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
you. She getting to that point where I'm like, okay, here comes, this is the daddy girl side of it's coming. Now I'm starting to see it.
I feel that.
But that's how it's been for the week for me, outside of all the tomfoolery with everything else.
Yeah, a lot going on. But Addict, man, back to you. But I know the camera's still acting crazy, so we'll just deal with what we deal with, or you turn it off, whatever you want to do. But what you been playing, man?
Avowed.
Yeah.
Essentially just Avowed.
Anything else? So you're doing another playthrough, right?
Yeah, I'm a mage this time.
You're doing the Xbox playthrough right now, right?
Yeah. I'm on the third region. So huh?
I was gonna say I wish I had your what that is you have.
Yeah, the addict.
That addict that just hunker down and play a game in a week for 60 hours.
Bro,
it's like
please.
60 hours would take me about 4 weeks to get through. If it may be longer. This man did it in a week.
He on his second playthrough about to pass
I know.
me on my first.
So he calls me and says, "Hey," he was like, "Yeah, I'm about to play on Xbox." So I said, "I'm done with the Steam version." I was like, "What you mean done?" He's like, "I beat it already."
Savage.
How many hours? Like 40 plus.
Pure savage. You gotta respect it. No doubt. They said addicts at minus 10 frames per second. Yeah, it's Zoom, man. It ain't his fault. It's just Zoom bugging. I don't know what's going on with Zoom, but anyway. And of course, we do
They
not
used to
have.
fix completely when you had like someone else pop in, but it don't seem like you have fixed it either because you're still freezing on my end.
Yeah, it's weird. I was thinking maybe I don't know. Who knows what it is?
There's nothing we could do.
No, we can do it. It is what it is. But anyway, and of course, we do not have the Incredible Hulk of this, aka the Excess Gamer, but he will be joining in progress. So do not worry. He is on route. But you still got the gaming ninja himself, the Shinobi Art of Vengeance, LordCognito. Spread that reference to the relevant ILP. Not telling you what you want to hear, but what you need to hear. It is the year of the ninja. I'm going to have a lot to say later, man. I got a lot to say. I'm very excited as far as everything else. But shout out to Maddie, shout out to Flying Duke, shout out to Gene Park pulled up, talking about that Sony State of Play, which we will discuss here as well as all things Avowed, which we will also discuss here. And then, yeah, man, as far as games, obviously playing Avowed.
I'll be back. I'm gonna uninstall Zoom and reinstall it.
All right, no doubt. And we're playing Avowed, doing my thing there. And then because of a lot of Sega love, Forte, bust out the Sega Genesis Classics. Remember the Sega Genesis Classics?
I do remember.
Yeah, man. So on that, they got Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, which we'll get into. And they got Shadow Dancer, a little lesser known, little side piece joint. And we'll get into that. But yeah, man, I've been in my bag, man. It's the year of the ninja. I'm chilling. Let me get a couple super chats right quick while we wait. And then let's see what we got. We got boom. No more Oscar with the $2 super chat. He said 19 inches, Forte. Ooh wee.
Hey, man. Sometimes you got to take them all at the same time.
No more Oscar again. $2 super chat. Forget DM. When you get that Switch 2 pre-order, he trying to get his hustle on, bro.
Man, he can. He can't slander in one line and then
ask for the hookup on another line. Yeah, you're right.
I need that level up.
Facts. You can't be doing that.
I got you, bro.
No doubt. Shout out to BT Maverick 707, $5 super chat. Cog and King, have you guys played Avowed on PC and seen Avowed in its full beauty yet? Such a beautiful game, and the lighting is something else. Yes, I played primarily on Xbox, but I did play on PC actually to test the Windows Play Anywhere. And it's nice, bro. It is. I'm not gonna hold you, but I was kind of impressed with the Xbox version, man. Stability, doing my little balance, my performance mode. So yeah, I have to. But yeah, it is nice. It is nice. Shout out to Lucius Augustus, $5 super chat. Avowed does not play with your decisions. Pro tip, if a scout tells you about the location of some goons, take care of them or face the consequences. I know where you talk about. I know where you at. Them dudes, them Arrowhead gang dudes. There was some dudes I had to run through the town. I had to let them know what time it is. Yeah, that is actually very, very real. Salute. You already know. So we gonna get into this, man. We got some more stuff. We got a Patreon question. That's actually a good one. Shout out to my man Darren one. That's your temp, by the way, Forte. That's your temp.
Oh, okay.
That's your temp. Shout out to the Darren. That's Ohio in the building. Say, hold on, let's check Attic. He's back right quick.
No, it's still not working on my end.
Oh, that sucks. All right,
is it doing it on your end?
Yeah, still you did. What's funny is when you're in the little box, you lit. As soon as
I uninstalled it completely and reinstalled it.
Yeah, it's just Zoom acting crazy. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, this is a good one from the Darren one, man. He said, with all the hype for Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and having missed the original, he snapped up the royal version of KCD on sale on a PSN for just $10 and have thus far enjoyed the first few hours he put into it. My question for the Lords on this fine Sunday is, has hype for a new entry in a series you missed ever caused you to go start a series? And what was it? If you've never done it, what stopped you? My best to everyone in the round. So I guess, question to Addict for you is like, it's a series you never played before. There's the newest one that's out. You look at it and you're like, man, I want to go back and play the older joints. Have you ever done that? And if you haven't, what stopped you from doing it?
I just turned off my camera. It's better to see that than see a frozen Addict.
I agree.
It just depends. Depends on what kind of hype the game has and if I'm excited for it. Generally, if I've played the games, I don't normally go back most of the time. I just play the new installment.
Right.
Especially if it's a franchise that I play often, like a Final Fantasy or something like that. So, I would say there are certain games like I am going to go back and play the Doom franchise. Because I do want to give
I got one too.
The new Doom a real good chance. So I'm going to go back and probably stream the other ones. Okay. But I'm very curious, if I wasn't streaming, would I even play it? I don't know. Maybe not. So
the one that was kind of cool to see you start for someone that never played the series was Mass Effect. I remember when you jumped into the... Oh, my bad. I took yours?
No, you there. That's exactly it.
Okay, go for it. I let you jump in.
No. So Mass Effect, bro.
Well, that was kind of different because they brought them all back at the same time.
No. He talked about, but if even so, for me, I played the first one, got 4 hours in, it was like, nah, bro.
Really?
I quit. As soon as I got off the Citadel, I got stuck on a planet, couldn't get off. I was like, I ain't feeling this game anyway. And then that was it. I was done with Mass Effect. Wow. And then my Mass Effect wasn't even, Mass Effect 2 wasn't even on my radar at that point. Mass Effect 2 had came out. I knew it came out. My brother called me. It was like, he had the PC version. He was like, bro, I need you to log in to my account and download Mass Effect. I was like, I didn't even like the first one. I said, it was all right. And he's like, download the second one and play it. Let me tell you, the first mission on the Normandy as it's exploding around you. And then it got to the part where you could make your character again.
Yes.
And guess what? At that moment, I was like, I have to go play the first
one. The first one you got.
I'm about to unpause TTS, so pause it on your end.
Okay, no doubt.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that screen where it says import a shepherd or redo your shepherd, I was like, I have to go. In my mind, it popped. I was like, oh, your decisions go forward in this game. I gotta go play the first one. So I remember hating playing the first one.
Oh, after you seen how great the second one was.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta go play the first one. I don't want to, but I got to. So I went and played the first one, and I'll tell you, it got better. Like, I think I fought my way through the Citadel, figured all that stuff out. And then once I got out in the world, that's when I was like, oh, this game isn't as bad as I thought it was. And then I actually really started liking it. But then I literally didn't give ME1 a good chance until the Legendary Edition came out.
Okay.
Because I beeline through the first one. Like, when I tell you beeline, I think it says it's like 37 hours to beat the first one if you do most of the stuff. I was done at 26. Because I just wanted to get through.
You wanted to get the two.
I wanted to get the two. And 2 is still the greatest thing ever made.
Woo!
But for me, that was it. Because as soon as he said that, I was like, I do not go back and play games. Like, that's why I haven't played any Assassin's Creed games. Because the first one was so bad.
Damn.
It was so bad.
You ain't like the Jerusalem walking through. You ain't like the...
No.
Oh, man.
No. The first one was terrible. Dog, they made you do the same thing 50,000 times as a side quest, and it made me irritated.
It was revolutionary for the time.
Fine. Fine.
Fable 2 and 3, a lot of people, unless you paid attention, like, those are almost direct sequels, because in Fable 3, you're like the great grandson of Fable 2's main character. So, because you actually go into the family crypt and take his mark.
Oh, damn. That's dark.
Well, your brother kind of like is like kind of running the country like really bad, and there's a reason for it. You just don't find out till later on in the game. And you have to like run because he's trying to get you killed.
Okay. So get up out of here. Now, I feel you for it. I feel you. Yeah, I think for me, not too many, because like usually if I miss out, it's rare that I'll be like, all right, I'm gonna go back and now play all the old joints, because I technically had that opportunity to do that with Yakuza, and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm starting that like a dragon.
Zero.
I was like, nah, I like it. But the one I think that made me at least try was Little Nightmares, surprisingly. Because I didn't know what Little Nightmares was about when it first was announced, and it just looked weird to me, and I was like, I get it. And then we just saw the new one, and I was just like, wait a minute, I like these little weird atmospheric games. I didn't know it was that kind of game in the sense of like an inside, and then you got the little puzzles, and you do. I'm like, oh, this is a COG type game. So I'm like, all right, let me go check out the other joints, because people's like, yo, if you like, you gonna love this series. So I had no idea. So I think that was the one for me. You know what I'm saying? A little atmospheric artsy joint kind of thing like that.
Final Fantasy was up there too, because 7 was my first one, and then I went back and I looked online, and people were like the great debate of which Final Fantasy was the best, 6 or 7. Ooh. So after I beat 7, I went back and played all the original ones and got the 6, and 6 is objectively better than 7.
Hey, see.
7. No. 7 is main.
Gotta call up the ILP tip.
Listen.
This is not working out, sir.
Hey,
This is not working out, sir.
Hey,
you're being solved a little too much.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what Forte thinks, because Square Enix already answered that question.
There you go. They did that. My bad.
Well, no, you're right about that. Square Enix did answer because 6 is still in the bushes. It ain't got no remake.
Look, 7. I would say they're more on the same level than most people might let on. But 7 still has the better atmosphere.
Oh, it does.
Still has like even Keith got like an amazing antagonist, but I can't act like Sephiroth's not better.
Talk to him, but I gotta give
because Sephiroth's an actual like antagonist that you can act like. Most people thought Keith was funny, but most people loved Sephiroth.
Oh, I love Sephiroth. I'll give you characters all day.
Yeah, I gotta give 6. I give 6 probably. This is why I know you was a perfect person to come through for some, because y'all literally lockstep with 6. Like y'all, that is his jam. He goes super hard for 6. I respect it. It is interesting to me though, like, not to be funny, but I'm like, yo, why won't they? Seriously though, like, why won't they remake it? Like, it's so
because it's taking them so long to remake 7.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Well, we already said that. I said like decades ago, I was like, if Square ever wanted to reprint money, remake 7, and look how long it's taking them to do it.
True.
By the time all of 7's going to come out, it'll almost be 10 years.
Wow. I didn't even think
about that. It came out in 2020. That's right. You're right.
That's a long time. Yeah, man. Let's get a couple of these superchats. Should I turn the joint on? Oh, we good. How we doing?
Yeah, go ahead and turn it on.
All right. We're going to bring it through. See what we got. Oh, somebody just subscribed to the realm. Salute. Throw the crest up. All right, you already know. Oh, that was Nam. Oh, salute. That's the homie. That's what's up. No doubt. I actually catch that real quick while we wait for the stuff to catch out. He said, it's the year of the ninja. Cog, we back like we left some. Yeah. Ninjas in the building. Salute. We're going to have a lot to talk about. So shout out to my man.
What are you, boy?
Uh-oh. Here they come.
Little Nightmares games and lore is super crazy.
All right. You saying it's super crazy? All right. I respect that. What else we got? Oh, that was the last one. Okay, that was just straight off the jump. And let me just make sure that we get the ones that we missed. Oh, hold on. We got to get C-Dub. He made it rain. Let me give up to C-Dub. Throw it up. 10 hours Road Tokyo. We already know. No financial report topics this week. I see that State of Play is a topic, but not the 20 million sold to 2 million sold in consoles last year. Oh, you trying? Are you implying that the lords and a specific lord may be running from the financials? He not here to defend himself, so I got to let him rock. But yes, it was not a topic. Yeah, no, so man, show them numbers, man. Them numbers looking good for a change. I don't know if you got a chance to see them.
Oh no, we did a whole topic.
Oh,
on
DPS did the joint. What was the consensus? What's the thought process?
I mean, you got to listen to what the conversation is. PlayStation is selling all of these consoles, and they got no games first party to show for it. It just it's just interesting to see that whole dynamic at play right now, because people are still buying them at a record pace. It's like, I remember, I wish I could have took a picture of my back room right before Thanksgiving to like really show how many we had back there.
Yeah.
And people would, like, my socials walked back and said, these are not all going to sell. We're not going to run through all these systems. And and I'm not telling you just a little bit. We in the triple digits.
Damn.
And listen, by Christmas Eve, that back room was vacant.
Damn, allocation. Look, they moving, man. They moving.
So it makes sense. People, that's why I always tell people it's not about the fact that it's your digital library. It's just the fact that that's part of it for the mainstream, or the hardcore, I should say.
Yeah, it's definitely variable.
But once they got that head start in sales, it's like people default to that console now because their friends are all over there.
Absolutely.
Even knowing crossplay is a thing, it's still something to be said about being in an ecosystem where you can just don't have to worry about Discord or something. You can just jump in a PlayStation party, just like we like jumping in Xbox parties. It's like being a part of that, holistic experience is very, very tempting for even the casual gamer, because they know where all their friends and stuff are, and they can all interact in that area. And that's why they're selling like that, because guess what? It ain't because of the games they putting out, because they ain't putting nothing out really.
No gang gonna get mad at you now. They gonna say Astrobot. They gonna say Hellblade.
Record-breaking
Helldivers.
7% profit
Listen,
margins.
man. Uh-oh.
Xbox got more games coming out for them this year than they released in the last 2.
Ooh, Donna Taco had just went.
Doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Exactly, it doesn't matter.
Even if they at the beginning of the year they decided they're going to change things up and go back to exclusives, the perception's so bad in the industry now and in the casual base that, first off, most people wouldn't even know. It's like I said, I was in a TikTok. I've told this before, but I was in a TikTok. Dude does movies. He's like an indie actor. He's really big on TikTok. Had like 27,000. It was like last year sometime. Had like 27,000 people in his chat, and someone asked him what console he should buy, and he told them PlayStation because Xbox won't be around next year. Dude literally doesn't keep up with gaming, and he's saying that to the casual audience.
Brand power has an effect, and we have to say that. Shout out to Charitard. I don't want to miss him. $2 super chat. What's the word? Should we play Avowed or Disavowed? We will get into that. That is a topic you already know. Shout out to Joe. Your fursuit will arrive. Your fursuit will arrive in 10 business days. That's his name. That's crazy. Homeboy is bugging. The first Assassin's Creed is Revolution. I tried to say it before.
Bro.
He ain't feeling it. All right, question. When you saw it, like, you came to Assassin's Creed later, or was you there at the reveal?
I was there at the reveal.
And you thought it was trash at the reveal?
No. I didn't think it was. See, no. I didn't say that I thought the game was trash.
I'll put words in your mouth because I want to.
Yeah.
You said it was garbage.
Listen. No. Okay, trash and garbage are literally the same thing.
You know what's funny? Carl be telling people not to use this kind of verbiage, but he'll say those kind of verbiage when he's putting it in people's mouths.
Yeah, putting it in people's mouths. No, what I said was when I first saw it, I was like, yo, this looks cool, awesome, amazing, revolutionary, like
Real
you said.
talk doesn't matter to me. Everyone wins.
Played the game.
Let's see what Steambox can do next. Tears of Joy Sega. First Road Co. Xbox Third Round Co. Nintendo ran to hybrids. Tears of Joy.
All right, I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna let it rock.
At the end of the day, like, look, they could have. You see, but my biggest thing, people sit there and say, "Oh, it's about the box." No, I don't want the box to go anywhere. That's something personal to me. Like, look what's happening in the industry right now. This is like the wrong time for there to be no competition. Did you guys not see that last State of Play? PlayStation's marketing everything in the industry right now. Almost everything.
Everything.
They got you don't like them with the marketing rights.
No, it's not that. It's the less competition in this space, the worse we are.
They marketing everything on their console, but Xbox games that came out literally
That is
2 days ago.
we're gonna get into that. Now, shout out to that. Shout out to No More Oscar. I want to catch up with him. Little Nightmare Games and the lore is super crazy. I agree. I'm just learning. I'm late. I'm gonna reread Donald Trump because we kind of talked over his chat, super chat. $2 super chat. Record breaking revenue and 7% profit margin. He says face. What do you feel about that?
I mean,
no thoughts?
Ain't no thoughts about it. I mean, dude, PlayStation doing what PlayStation. Also, you got to remember, if I remember correctly, it ain't always been great. If I remember correctly, there were years where PlayStation literally had to downgrade their overall forecast in a year because they were so ambitious to say we were going to do 25 million in 1 year, and they had to downgrade that to like 21. So even they haven't hit the numbers they wanted to hit. The thing is, like I said, the further you get away from a launch of a system, the more people are going to migrate to the more popular one, just due to and this is the thing, it's going to get worse this year when Grand Theft Auto comes out and nobody can play it on last gen systems. So so all those people that's on PS4s, they're going to jump to PS5 because that's already where they're at. And then you're going to have some people that are on Xboxes that's going to just buy a PS5 to play it because of the PS5 Pro or whatever like that, because it's probably going to be lockstep when it comes to promotions. You're going to have people buying Xboxes because they got Xbox bricks or 360 still, which is crazy. So this year you're going to see a record amount of sales in consoles, and that's not even including with Switch 2.
Switch 2, it's going to be a shot in the arm.
So you're going to see a huge uplift in hardware this year from everybody. Even Xbox is going to have better numbers. You ain't going to see 32% down in hardware this year from Xbox because Grand Theft Auto is going to fix all that for them. Now, after this year, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
But I agree. The
shot in the arm is going to come this year, and then we're going to see what they're going to do with it after that. But people that made their decisions on where they want to play at, and PlayStation is the place right now.
Facts. C-Dub, again, I just want to reread it because we did talk over $10 which real talk doesn't matter to me. Everyone wins. Let's see what Steambox could do next. Sega, first round KO. Xbox, third round KO. Nintendo ran the hybrids. C-Dub is messy this morning. He outside. Shout out to Voidlock, member for 24 months. Sony has console sales and Xbox has software sales. Sony spends too much on third-party exclusives for them to sell less than 1 million. Avowed RPG of the year. Okay, all right. He outside. Masshole 1977, member for 3 months. Forte, who the Pats taking with the 4th pick?
Shoot. I think they're going to take they need to take a tight end.
Okay, you want to tie in? You want to take it?
I think they need to take Tyler Warren from Penn State.
That boy nice. That boy good.
They need some middle. They need somebody in the middle of the field. When the Patriots were good, they had somebody in the middle of the field like Julie Edelman or Gronkowski. They need something like that to take over the middle of the field, because that's where he worked at the most.
You know who got an ill podcast? Is Julia Edelman. Have you watched his stuff?
Yes, I have.
Bro, the Patriots. All right, hold on. We got to talk super chat.
Sony sold 20 mil consoles but still made less money than MS. Does the console really matters when if Microsoft profit is nearly 30% higher than Sony's?
Okay. I guess.
It's not all gaming, though.
Stitch going in. They got the numbers. C-Dom is back.
Don't blame PlayStation. Blame the comp that just can't compete.
Ooh!
I honestly wish that Xbox was still competitive. I buy them all because I love to game.
Oh, hold on. You know why King missing? No, we King trying to avoid his thing.
Yeah, he got the glizzy time. We do it. It's Valentine's Day. He gonna love the glizzy.
We doing that right now. We doing that.
Yeah,
right now.
It's accumulating. Yep, this is good. We making it rain for King to be throwing it, to take it to the face to another man straight through when we go to the movie theater. Yes.
Taking the glizzy to the face.
Glizzy to the. Did you see the AI they put out or this morning?
No, I didn't.
Oh, but I'm gonna send y'all the. Yo, it's wow, crazy. Somebody got. They did me dirty too. I ain't even talk, but they got King. They got King.
He tried to come in like half the show. Oh, we can't do it.
Yeah. Oh no. We got.
Now we doing it right now.
Right now. It's accumulating. Hold on. Let me send you this jolt right here.
But also to answer that question, like I said, that's who I think they should take. But I think they're going to end up taking Abdul Carter. the other guy from Penn State, the defensive end that wrecks everybody. Because they definitely need defense. That's what they need the most.
No doubt. Y'all got Vrabel. I like that move. Salute. He said, OG, y'all can't be doing my brother dirty. Nope. He tried to do it be slick. So, yeah, put the glizzy in the chat. Nah, man.
It's not there anymore.
What's not there?
It's deleted. You just
he deleted it? Yeah. You should have stayed on business.
No,
oh,
man.
Man.
A little too rich
it was too much for him.
King probably reached out. You gotta take that
down, bro.
He hit him with the cease and desist. Oh, man.
Cease and desist.
Come on, Zay Wick. Not like that, bro. You had
no, it comes up on my computer.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, yo, that's crazy.
That's what are you buying?
Fly, Eagles, fly. PS5 is the worst since PS3.
Damn. Well, you guys don't like the games? All right, Teddy P. That's where he at.
Yo, I kind of want King to have these exact poses.
You know I'm going to make him go crazy. He got me being foolish. I'm making him do stupidness in the theater.
Did you get the Crocs?
No, they ain't come yet. J-Mac, member for 51 months. Xbox understands that shot in the arm, so they prepare themselves by allowing their games on other platforms. A win-win for them. Yeah, it seems to be the strategy for them. We'll see how it go. But anyway, that looks like that is it on the Super Chats. We're going to get this thing moving. We got the Patreon done. And then we're going to get into the main event at first. Lord Addict, Avowed out. Reviews, early launch success. Currently, Metacritic sitting at about an 80. Let's double check. Let's see if it's still sitting at 80. Yeah, still struggled on. Didn't go underneath the 80 just yet. We still got that. And then we got some early data. You know, so obviously shout out to LordsGaming.net. We currently reviewed it at an 8.5. Shout out to Mahmoud doing this thing. And then Avowed was as high as the top 3 on Steam's best-selling games chart, currently number 6. And then Aaron Greenberg put out the treat as far as Avowed is the top-selling game around the world, including number 1 game in America, UK, Italy, and more right now. So obviously, shout out to Xbox, shout out to Avowed, shout out to Obsidian. Obviously, we got the chance to cover the game, but now that the dust has settled, Addict, you have beaten it. You've got the most hours on your second playthrough. How you feeling about Avowed? How you feeling about the launch? Everything associated with it.
Avowed's a great game. You know, you just want to kick back, you know, kind of turn your brain off kind of type of game where you get to just play and enjoy the gameplay in general. But, you know, I play these games with like a little bit more expectation, especially a company like Obsidian doing it. So I have a little bit more expectations, but even with those expectations, it's still a fun game. It's still a good game. I think most people are going to enjoy the game. It's just, you know, some of the issues I had with it, I've never seen another game do. Like, you can literally openly steal from anything in this game and no one's ever going to call you out for it. Like, there's literally times in the game where people are working on these objects. They're working on the objects that you could steal, and you could take the objects straight out of their hand, and they're not going to say nothing to you.
The steal system wasn't it?
So you can have that.
Oh, damn. So I got to turn it off.
PlayStation fell off after PS2 hashtag no PS6.
King's disciples are still in there. I'm going to pause y'all for a second, but continue. Continue, Adam.
So, you know, when it comes down to it, I'm glad the game is still being received well, because I do think that this game might not have been Obsidian's best game they've ever made to me, but it's no way, shape, or form the worst game they've ever made. I do feel like this is a solid foundation, and I would love to have another Avowed to build on to what's going on in the Pillars of Eternity universe, because the Pillars of Eternity universe is very interesting, and I think Obsidian deserves to go through with, because look, the first game's always the worst when it comes to stuff like this, because they have to create the world, they have to create the conditions around the world. If they are able to make another one, they could take the feedback from this first one and build a better Avowed going into the second one.
Oh yeah, I would love
that. And I care more about that than about, you know, Avowed disappointing me. And it's not even that like, oh, don't play Avowed. No, play Avowed. Avowed's a good game. It's just, to me, I expected more RPG in my RPG.
Got you. So
and I feel like it was very light RPG-ish.
I got you. So pretty much good game, fun, but you're like, if they just are able to double down on more hardcore RPG mechanics, now that good could have been like great. Could have been like next level kind of thing. I see what you said. I was going to ask you in terms of. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
Oh, my fault. I thought you were going to say something. I totally get what you were saying. I think Forte's on the phone. I'll jump in if he's.
I'm off.
Okay, cool. No, bro. So like, I don't know how much you got a chance to play. Where you at. What's your feeling on Avowed so far?
No, I actually really, really like it. It's real interesting because that was like one of me and Attic, we was talking about that stuff back and forth with some of the stuff, the like unrealistic takes of the game, like when it comes to like you said about stealing. That's super unrealistic. Nobody's just gonna let you do that.
I can't run through nobody's house and steal.
No, I just can't steal in front. You got a shotgun in your hand and you ain't gonna use it. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use the shield, the sword, everything.
It's even worse. There's a video that I recorded where I caused some beef beside one of the settlements, and I led the actual people to the settlement. And you can ask Cog, I showed them. They were right beside the civilians, like the bad guys, the monsters. And they were going over top of them, and the civilians wasn't even acting like they were there. They were just sitting there. They were like hovering over them, but it's just like little things like that is like that's. And then people, come at me, Addict, you have unrealistic expectations. I'm sorry, but NPCs reacting to what you do or what other enemies do is the bare minimum to me.
I mean, we celebrated Red Dead Redemption 2 when they had just random events that would happen that would be like real life scenarios that you would see, like a person being dragged
Hold up,
dragged by the horse. Through the town, and all you're doing is looking like, wow, that's something.
So the way Johnson said, Addict's crying about things that could be patched. That is a future Addict problem. Right now, I can only speak on what the game's current condition is.
True that.
It's not where it could be, because guess what? They cannot patch any of this out. Do I think they will? Hopefully. But I'm only speaking where it's at now. I'm not trying. First off, I don't try to sell you guys games in general. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you what the game could be. We're going to talk about what the game is right now.
Fair enough.
Because in that case, everyone would have been way nicer to Cyberpunk on what it could be.
That part. We saw how that was
at launch. That game was objectively broken at launch.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah, but outside of that, I'll just dive into the stuff that I really, really like because, like I said, me and Attic are kind of in the same place when it comes to that. But when it comes to I feel like the overall, first of all, voice acting in this game is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Second of all, the conversation tree, I feel like just the narrative, the story how it's being broke down and told to you in that conversation tree is one of the best I've seen. It's like I haven't played as many RPGs like as Addict, so Addict probably looks at it a little different. But for me, I haven't seen that.
No, I think the dialogue's good in the game. It's just I don't think that there's consequences for the majority of the things that goes on during the game. But like I said, if you play it and you don't go back and test on what could have happened the other way, there is good dialogue regardless. It's just they needed to have more branching paths and more dialogue with those branching paths.
Well, I will. Well, I'll also say though, the cool thing is if depending on how you stat out your character, the different branches you get, it actually makes you. Once I started seeing that, it made me really. Instead of just putting points in certain areas just to put them there, like, oh, I want to have more health or I want to have more stamina. I actually thought about, I was like, the way the conversations were happening in the game, I actually thought about like, hey, this stat actually helped me progress a story in a way that I wanted to, like, I actually really liked that it went. And it kind of influenced me to put more like points into areas I probably normally wouldn't. in the beginning of a game, because normally I always go for like health because you never know what you're going to run up into. But I found myself going more into perception and intellect, stuff like that, just so I could open up those branching paths that would open up. And man, some of those conversations get into some wild territories where going with people. I'm sitting like at the beginning, I forget the girl's name when she's locked in the thing and you got to like get her out of the shit dog. My man is going at her like, I don't know who this is. She acting crazy and everything. And she up here calling, she basically cussing in video game form right in front of me. And I'm like, yo, calm down. And I'm sitting there like, okay, let me get you up out of here before you drive me crazy with the stuff that you're saying. Right. So I really, really like that aspect of it. I played it once I forgot that the game could be played in third person.
Right.
I accidentally was fighting and I hit R3 by accident.
Yeah, I heard you could hold it down and then switch it in real time. I still haven't done that yet.
Yeah, I switched. And
I tried playing it in third person. I went right back to first. I can't do it.
I literally never stopped playing in third person once I did.
Really? Oh, so you're the opposite. So you like the third person.
Because, okay, so it's more intimate when you're, of course, that's what first person is. You're more intimate, like you feel more weight of the weapons and everything. Combat is, I won't say it's more fluent, but you can kind of gauge distances better because you're like in first person. Right. The thing I like about third person, the only thing I don't like about third person is one animation. The dodge animation just doesn't look
like a stink.
Well, it's not a distinct. It's like a Dragon Ball Z dodge in third person. It's like when you're in first person and you dodge, it doesn't look like this real jerk of a dodge where you're dodging like 10 feet. Because it's like the perception of it. But when you're doing it in third person, you literally dodge 10 feet.
Really?
Like on the screen, that you're dodging pretty far.
Wow, so, I never see the dodge in the third person mode.
Yeah, the dodge in third person looks crazy, but guess what? It gets you out of a lot of stuff. So I never went back to first person after I went into third person. So I literally played the rest of the game.
Now you playing in PC or console? What you playing on?
I played on PC still for the most part. I did jump on console. I am impressed with the console version of the game. Especially once I found out I had the performance mode, because that's the only reason I was going to play it on PC. But I also play on ultra wide, so I have all the real estate.
So now what are we doing? What modes are we doing for? Are we doing the high performance, the balance? We doing the quality? We doing what mode are we doing?
I'm doing custom, of course, because it's PC.
Yes, of course.
But it's based on quality, and then I tweak things to like give me the highest FPS I can get.
So we doing the ray tracing on. We doing.
Oh yeah, my ray tracing is on full blast.
Okay, we
full blast. Okay. And I'm still getting like 163 frames per
just
second.
Just a flex. I see what you're doing.
Yeah, 4090s.
Oh, it's 49. All right.
4090s. You can flex. Listen, like I said, you turn on the game, and your PC does the rest. You don't even have to worry about anything.
So what do you feel? How is UE5? How's this game looking to you? Like, how's it from a graphical standpoint?
The fact that when you go to areas and you just look, the draw distance is incredible. Like, I haven't tested if you see it, you can go there. I know a lot of places you can, because it's not open world, it's like hub world.
Yes.
So I like the fact that everything, like the detail, like you walk up on something. I haven't really came up to like any structures and stuff like that's just ugly, like ugly, muddy textures or anything like that. And I know that mileage varies depending on what device you're playing on.
True that.
But for the most part, yeah, characters look good. Facial expressions look really good. Like I said, the overall acting, capturing they did, I think is really, really well. And say outside, I even think because most games don't know how to do the aliens as well.
Yes.
And I think they did a actual really good job with that. So I think that the game itself is one of the better looking games on there, especially a game like this where it's not just, a corridor where everything is more confined. It's like really, really open and stuff like that. But I find myself, when it comes to the gameplay, I like playing Sword and Shield.
Okay, what we doing? Sword and Shield?
Sword and Shield with the bow.
So you're doing your bow is your second, your swap, your
my
swap out. Okay,
yeah, that's my
so you're
swap
doing
out.
range, And then sword and shit. Okay, what type of sword you rocking? What type of choice you got? Like any type of properties with it, or just you just doing your basic, your common, your fine, you're upgrading the basic.
Yeah, I'm just upgrading as I go. Like the only time I forget the name of the weapon that me and Addict like that, and that's
you ain't getting no exotics yet. You ain't get no Destiny exotic. They got uniques, bro.
Oh no, I know they got some.
Yeah.
Trust me, me and Addict found one early in the game. Was like, oh my god, it's just sitting on the floor.
No doubt.
And you start doing massive damage to stuff with it. So, but the thing I really like the most is I like the fact that you just find something and you craft it, you upgrade it, and then yeah, you may come, like you said, come across those epic weapons in the game, but then there's something about those weapons that you just crafted yourself and built up. Yeah. And then as you get more and more materials, you can get those weapons to be way better than your epics and stuff, depending on how much you put into them. So I really like that. The cool thing, the companions, I love the fact that they give you abilities to slow, because like when you with your companions and you're doing like their moves and everything, and you're doing their passive ability, not their passive, but their abilities, it slows down like Mass Effect.
Yeah, so you got that left bumper radial pause.
Pause, and I love that they give you an ability that slows that down even further by 50%. It's crazy.
Really? I didn't know
like
that.
it's literally freezing the screen almost. So like, especially since like, see, this is the thing. This is the reason why I like third person the most, is because you can see more of your environment around you. You can get surrounded in this game. They like, yo, son, you came to the wrong party. And so I'm glad I'm in third person so I can see all this. So I just like the fact when you having different abilities with your characters. You know, you can stun, you can hold in place, grapple and everything. It's a really fun gameplay loop that I haven't experienced in a long time. So I like the direction that they went in it, and for myself, I gave the game a pretty good score. Like I said, I haven't finished it yet. I think the game deserves the score it has. Like when it comes to like I say anywhere from like that 80 to like an 83, but it's a lot of noise out there about I think people want, I'm not saying that you shouldn't want more from your games, but sometimes I think you ask for way too much from games when it comes to like the overall thing that they're offering you. It's like the game at its core is supposed to be fun, and there's going to be things you can nitpick. I can tell you right now things I can nitpick in Mass Effect 2, which I feel like is the greatest theme of all time. But I still love that game nevertheless. So I just think they did a really, really good job with this game, and I just haven't seen a city and miss when it comes to like their overall offerings when it came to this, and this is a really, really good one.
No doubt. Yeah, I'll jump in, man. I see where you're coming from. Look, it's so funny because obviously you see the discourse about the game, and I can just talk about my experience, and I would agree in the sense of this is the most addictive combat and exploration loop I've played in a long time. And the way I love it, the thing that makes Avowed special to me, that it's doing what it wants to do in terms of true choice in combat, right? Again, we're talking about having these like loadouts. So again, like I think right now, one of my joints was like shot pistol, sword. You know what I'm saying? Another one was like two-handed, axe. Obviously, I'm a mage at heart, right? So I'm doing my wand. I got my grimoire. The crazy things that you can do. I have this thing where it's called the arcane veil or something like that. So as soon as I get to start the fight, open up the grimoire, it puts up a shield, right? My dumb self didn't realize that when Attica had told me, like, a lot of spells, if it's usually when you get your grimoire, you got 4 spells you can pick from the book, and then you can cast, right? But I didn't realize that, obviously you can buy spells, level up and get a spell individually that's not in the book. But if you have a spell that's not in the book, that's in the book and you already bought it separately, it powers up that book spell to like level 2. So that same arcane veil that would give me the shield, 50% damage reduction, I go into the battle. If they're shooting arrows or things and projectiles at me, it bounces back. So I've got this crazy, like almost like this glass cannon build where it's like I'm shocking them with the wand. I'm using my grimoire. I got this thing where I do this meteor shower. I put it over choke points, rain down on people, freeze them. I got the burning. The magic in this game is amazing to me. I just love the animation, doing his little shouts and all this stuff. Crazy dope. So I got that. As far as the exploration, to me, the loop of Avowed, and I think this is actually kind of like the antithesis of Starfield was. Some people had issues with Starfield was that they love the main quest, but if you tried the exploration on a barren planet, you're like, right? But I think where Avowed is, because Dawn Shore and this world of the Living Lands is so lush, the environments are so beautiful, it's like, yo, what's that in the distance? All right, let me see what's going on. Oh, there's a cave in there, there's enemy, and then you get rewarded for like unique loot that you find. Also the vertical, all right, let me climb that tower. I get to the top, there's crazy things you done found a secret boss, you done found some loot. So that's the loop of the game. Like, I'm not disrespecting the story, because the story is solid, but I would say for people who are critical of it, who would say like the skill checks, I would say are like more like, okay, if you have a lot of resolve or constitution, you have something built in your stats, that could open up different dialogue that will allow you to have different flavor to the conversation. But I think where me and Attic, we're looking at the KCD system, like it's not a skill check in the sense of like, sometimes I want some more unique demonstrative things to happen. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing if I have. I think that's my like little nitpick as far as the dialogue is concerned. But there are choices. And the cool thing about it is the game is like, when you have your companions, like they will weigh in. They're like, nah, bro, I don't think you could do that. I don't think that's a good choice. You shouldn't have let that person live, bro. I think that's a mistake. Or then you got my man Kai, who I do feel is probably the most fleshed out character out of it, because that's our man Gareth from Mass Effect. You know what I'm saying? I love Kai. Like Kai is really, really dope in the conversation. Another nitpick. I will say though, I wish like I don't have to have these deep conversations only at the camp. Because it feels like like you'll see their logo while you walk into the world, and they'll have an explanation point, which means they want to talk at the camp. And they got something deep to say. So I'm like, all right, we got to find the camp. We got to go back. But other than that, like I said, look, I'm not familiar with the Pillars universe. Didn't know really anything about it. Thank God they got that glossary where during the conversation, the dialogue option lets you know what terms are and all this stuff. But as far as the gameplay loop itself, it is definitely one of the more fun, addictive loops. And you could see the foundation. When I obviously interviewed Carrie Patel from Obsidian on director, she came on in mid-development when they switched it from a co-op game. So my thing is, I still see certain remnants where I feel like, me and Attic have had this conversation, like I still feel like if you don't direct the companions like Mass Effect and you just let them to their own devices, they kind of boneheaded and stupid. Like they don't be doing what they supposed to do unless you literally direct them. So I want them to improve on that. I want them to be able to customize and really dig down on that. So again, the game is good. It's just a couple of things that prevent it from being like, yo, 90, this is an all-timer. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. But it's not that the game is bad. But yeah, other than that, as far as, like I said, I talk about the skyboxes, I talk about the set pieces, I talk about graphically what the Series X is moving. I got the performance mode. And yeah, I'm really liking the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually surprised at how well the game is doing, selling-wise. That surprised me, because I'm like...
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I told you it was going to sell well.
Yeah, I'm shocked by this, because I'm like... Obviously, there was some controversy coming into the game prior, right? Then we had, the fact that, it's exclusive. It's not on PlayStation 5 yet. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. And to see the sales. But to your point, Attic, you're feeling that the PC community really gravitates towards these kinds of. That's why you weren't surprised about it.
This is the definition of their game.
Yeah, like, definition of it.
The majority of the issues I have, PC gonna mod the hell out of this game. They won't be there this time next month.
I agree with that.
One thing, I love the sound cues. I love the way the different biomes look. I love that you could swim underwater. I like that you could, like the verticality, you could climb on type of houses. Everything. Exploration, your curiosity is rewarded, and last thing, I love the boss encounters. It be real. It be going down. You know what I'm saying? And I love that aspect of it. So I lock my little parry now. When I do sword and board, I can do the block and stuff like that. You could truly play this game how you want to play, and I think that's the strength of it. And what I'm hoping is like what Attic said. I hope they are allowed to do the like Outer Worlds 1 to Outer Worlds 2. I hope Avowed gets a sequel. This universe is... Oh, shout out to these hub worlds. These hub worlds are not small.
Yeah, they're huge.
Yeah, these hub worlds are pretty big. I'm like, Dawn Shore, like you could live it. I'm like, yo, Dawn Shore is huge, bro. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. He said, did they announce sales number? Yeah, it looks like we got some early Steam numbers. as far as well, not hardcore number, just as far as where it sits right now. I think it's currently number 6 on Steam top sellers. Obviously, Greeny put the tweet out as far as how much it's doing overall worldwide. So it looks very strong considering. I wasn't sure about that, but yeah, I'm about halfway through, like second or third biome, gotten the other characters, and I just want to see where it ends. And Addict, I just gotta ask you because you did beat it. As a person, the ending is a lot to you. Like, did you feel satisfied? Like, how did you feel when you beat the game?
Oh, I enjoyed the ending that I got. Look,
really?
I sided with one of the areas, but I don't know exactly if you choose a different ending, is there another ending? Is there another last boss or anything like that? I haven't looked anything like that up.
Okay.
But the ending I got was satisfying. I really enjoyed it, especially the fight. So.
The fights are good. And then I got to ask you, because, one thing about Avowed is, again, it's play how you want to play. Give me some of the skills you was using. What was some of the vibe, the flows? What was the stuff you was having the most fun with? Because I used some stuff from, my build is almost mage. See, that's the thing about Avowed. Like, normally you're restricted to a class in the game. You're the mage, you could do this and only this, and you can use that skill tree, and that's that. Like, you can pick and choose from the fighter, the hunter, the wizard. So,
here recently, they... most of these games you could play how you want. You could in Starfield, you could in the Outer Worlds. Like, I don't remember them restricting stuff that you can equip either. Most games let you do it now. It's just like Baldur's Gate 3 won't let you.
Right.
Like, a lot of the hardcore stuff.
Yeah, that's what it is. I'm used to like the hardcore ones kind of say, hey, if you pick this, you're gonna stay within this tree of things you could do, kind of thing. But I was just curious with you. What did you go with as far as like your main style? Like, as far as what are the things you picked for that was like, high performance stuff that you was using in your build?
Well, when I found out that the companions were useless half the time, I decided to roll with companions that buffed me and only buffed me. I didn't rely on them to do damage at all there towards like the middle of the game to the end.
So Giada and Yatsu is who you was rocking with.
Yeah. And I would rely on like abilities like accelerate, heal. There's an ability you can slow time down too. And double hand sword.
Oh,
great
two-handed.
sword. Yeah,
Two hands.
And barbaric shout. All you need in the game. Double hand sword and barbaric shout. Barbaric shout needs to be nerfed. I like that game. No, it's ridiculous. Like, but when you do that barbaric shout, I like just put it to you, the last boss normally takes a good amount of stun to stun them.
Yeah.
I was stunning them in 3 hits with the barbaric shout.
So you going heavy stun build.
And if it wasn't for stuff going on during the fight, I'd have just stun locked them, and there would have been no fight. But they didn't allow me to stun lock them like that. But second playthrough, I'd be more of a mage.
All right. What we doing? What's supposed to be doing?
Yeah, mage has a lot more. Because the good thing about the barbaric shout is when you do it, it gives you like an Oprah shield, another health bar on top of your bar.
Oh, wow.
So it's harder to kill you. And what I would do if I was almost dead, I would cast barbaric shout, and then I would pop food because it heals under the second health bar. So for instance, there would be like the blue bar is your second health bar, and there'll be like a black or red line under the blue bar, and that's where your red bar is, your main health. And that would go up while the blue bar is there. So that's what I would do. Almost dead, pop barbaric shout, pop a potion, pop food or something, and just use that blue bar to help make sure that my red bar is maxed out when it happens. And then the barbaric shout don't take long, man. You by the time that's over, like 10-15 seconds, you ready to pop that sucker again. And it's I didn't die a lot with my first character, but that's not the case with my second character.
So this mage build a little rougher on you?
Yeah, it's now my first build, I pretty much had common armor almost the whole game.
Damn.
Like I never really upgraded.
You didn't do that.
I
Did
every
you
time
do
I
any
go
enchanting? Do you do any enchanting yet?
No, it's just common because I didn't need it. I wasn't getting hurt. My constitution was like an 11 or a 12.
I was good.
Yeah, my constitution was like 11 or 12. Like no one was putting their hands on me like that.
Okay.
But the wizard, they hit you once or twice. It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. They get a hold of you.
I do like that the wizard's got a lot of enchantments that stop them from hurting you.
Yes.
So those are nice. But the biggest thing is you can take entire mobs out with the wizard instantly.
You ever stood on top of something and chant your joint and bring down the thunder and the I love the elevated place and then using the area effect and then just raining down god tier type magic on dudes.
See, this time I'm not using the same companion I used the first time.
Oh, who you using?
I'm using another companion that likes to grab. Yeah, I didn't want to say their names.
Oh, but they've been announced. All 4 campaigns have been announced. Ain't no spoiler.
He grabs people.
Oh, so, you talk about the shadow joint.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
I max that out, and I'll do that, and then cast 3 spells on top of that. And 9 times out of 10, unless it's the boss, anything he grabbed is dead. So it's kind of unfair. It really is. Because there's
kind of
nothing
unfair.
they could do. There's nothing they can do because that cooldown's not that long. It's 10 seconds. I will literally have, and not to mention, by the time I've hit them with some of the strongest spells in the game, they're getting up for half of that 10 seconds. So then I just cast it again. Okay, now you're going to get grabbed again, and I'm going to cast the same 2 spells again because I use it in the book, so it's quicker. So it's once I figured that out, I'm going through just as quick as I went through the first time.
Sound like someone needs to go for that a difficulty achievement now, since you running through everybody. Sound like somebody need to step that up to get that achievement for that 1,000.
I don't care about achievements to that degree.
It's all good.
If I'm close to something, sure I might go for it, but I don't play something for achievements or anything like that. But yeah, it's that's typically how I'm going. This second playthrough, I would say, is a lot funner than just barbaric shouting and stun locking people over and over again. What's funny is I was playing at the beginning in one of the first encounters in the second region, and on my stream I kept dying. I'm no, I was I'm done. I'm not going to keep doing this over and over again. Respecking right now, and I respect to that broken build I had the first time. And I just I mopped the floor with everyone there.
One thing that surprised me, Forte, was I didn't know our girl was in it. Oh, and I don't know if you got to it. Our girl Salvatore is in this.
No, yeah.
I was when I heard Deborah, I was like, oh, I did not know this. She's playing the Inquisitor, and I'm not far enough yet. But every time she's been on screen, she captivates.
Best character in the game.
Yeah, she captivates. Best character in the game. So I have to see where this gonna go with that. And
there was this one time where the Inquisitor and someone else was talking, and I wanted to see a brawl so bad. I was like, man, something gotta go down.
No doubt, man. And yeah, shout out to the sound cues in this game. This game really makes you look for loot and stuff like that. Again, I just want them to build upon it. There's so much potential for this game, and I really like this franchise. So we'll see what happens. Before to any other further things on Avowed before we move on.
Nah, man. Everybody just wait for the actual full game to come out on the 18th and make your decision for yourself. Don't reviews are just reviews. So that's my whole thing about it.
What are you buying? All right, what are you buying? Well, we got a super chat.
What has PlayStation done for you lately?
Oh Lord, messy.
We know. Look, PlayStation ain't doing nothing either. That ain't the competition. I don't care what PlayStation is doing. I just want.
What are you buying?
This is Obsidiana's best game, hands down.
All right, Obsidian. They say this
doesn't go that far.
Yeah, I don't know if it's their best, but I wouldn't say. What would we say is Obsidian's best video game? What would we say? We have to guess.
What are you buying?
Do it after these.
To Joe Dunmore, PlayStation has secured Xbox games, meaning that it's becoming a console that you can get every game. Isn't that what everyone wants? Exclusives everywhere? Xbox is ensuring that happens, rolling on the floor laughing.
See, now making it ready for Tokyo.
A lot of people on X says exclusives are dumb. Well, buy a PS5 to get everything or get a PC to wait a year or 5 for Sony exclusives or GTA 6.
PC slander. See them going in. He got a lot to say today.
What are you buying,
C-Dub?
I'm just having fun with these super chats and helping the lords get to Tokyo. These are just video games and jokes, not that serious.
All good, brother. Much love. Much love. Appreciate that, man. Making it real.
Yeah, and our goal is 4 out of 20 right now because we always do. If you super chat more than 10, we count.
I have
2.
more fun spending on super chats every Sunday on ILP than I do in a month
yo.
of Game Pass.
Hey, yo, you doing too much. That was wild.
That was funny.
That was wild. You could have bought Game Pass with all these super chats, man. You had to be in here slandering us.
What are you buying?
I saw the Phil interview by Xbox Era. He made a comment on what Double Fine is cooking. I love their work and I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Hashtag Tokyo Lords.
Salute you. We got to know what Double Fine doing. For real, for real. Salute to you. We know that. Donna Taku.
Avowed feels like a gameplay first RPG like
Yes.
Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yes.
Exploration and combat is way more satisfying than going from quest to quest.
I 100% agree. It definitely has that feel. That's actually a good comparison. What you gonna say?
Yeah, the exploration of this game, there's not many games like it. I will say that. Like, I always got the sense that I want to, like, lean in, especially how they did the bounties. I really enjoyed the bounties.
Yeah, go hunting them people down in the boss fights. and all
Yeah, I
that.
think the only thing I would have liked is more money for the bounties. 'Cause
Yes.
I feel like the bounties, probably one of the biggest criticisms I would give for this game is just how they did the XP. I don't like that.
What PlayStation exclusives rolling on the floor laughing maybe won this year?
Yo, they out here console warring for a lot, Messi.
I don't even think there's really one this year, to be honest with you.
But I see what you said. Addy. Like, this game, the experience for fighting and farming is not there. It's quests and going to a new location gives you more experience than just fighting enemies.
Yeah, we'll see. I got to the point where I was just avoiding the enemies. If I didn't have to fight you, you wouldn't get fought because I knew I wasn't getting nothing from it. So, and most of them never dropped anything either, anything of relevancy. Like like now the loot box, the bounty bosses had some good loot that would drop from them occasionally.
Yeah,
but for the most part, like the actual, people walking around and stuff, like they didn't really drop anything like worthy of like sitting around and fighting. I don't mind that the side quests give you a lot of XP. That's fine, but to my knowledge, I didn't see any XP when I was killing people.
No, you get them. You get them. It's just small. It's very. I look too. I recorded it. It's very small. It'll go up, but it's minute. The game is really weighted towards side quests, exploring new areas, and main quest stuff. But yeah, I just say it is very small though. To your point, it's very small.
But I think that's probably the companions, and if they were, I don't know if you could patch in like certain dialogue quests or something. You don't even really have to do that. All they would realistically have to do to make this game extremely more enjoyable is just fix the companions, and this game would drastically get better. Just the companions being fixed.
I feel you. Oh,
Avowed reminds me of Evil West in the sense it feels like a 2008 game that came out in 2025. I'm having fun.
That's good. I'm having fun. Yeah, it got a classic feel. I would agree. The cool thing is, obviously, me and Maddie, we talked to Carrie Patel, game director. She definitely hinted that they're going to be doing, expansion or some type of DLC. So what I'm hoping is kind of like how Outer Worlds had, what was it, Parallax Gorgon, Murder at Iridanos joint. Like, I would love to get more stuff and then see if they build upon systems upon it. That would be great because that map is huge. Man.
See, and people sit there saying, "Oh, Avowed feels like a 2008 game." I'm gonna be honest with you. I played enough 2024, 2023 games that I'm all down to play 28 games again. Okay, because people said the same thing about what's that game that just came out?
What are you buying?
Okay, let's let this
I'm
go
not
through.
trying to move them all over to Xbox anymore. Phil Spencer quote from Xbox Era interview. Another white flag wave?
I mean, here's the thing. You guys see that as a white flag wave. They already did the white flag months and months and months ago. The moment they did that business update, it was a wrap. Like all they're really just telling you is just another way they told you the last interview. Getting to the point where people should stop asking them because they've clearly been very vocal.
Yeah, no, that's what it is. They are definitely. Oh, shout out to
Always
Space
supporting,
Marine 2.
usually lurking. You
Shout out.
guys rock.
Shout out to
Space
Luke
Marine
Law.
2. People say, "Oh, this feels like a a 2000s game, yeah, that's not a bad thing. Because these days we getting what? More games as a service, more battle royales, more battle passes. I'm okay with games that feel from 2000s right now.
As long as it's fun, that's my thing. Shout out to my man, Separate Ghost Expansion Passing. I owe you an email response, brother. I was about to get back to you. It's been so crazy for me. Shout out to Rat Shadow. Yeah. Oh, C-Dub's still outside with this,
I
man.
subscribed to Game Pass this month just to play Avowed after listening to Addict cry about it for years.
Yeah, see, that's the thing that like people be getting on my nerves with this stuff. Like, I've done nothing but shout from the rooftops. I was excited to play Avowed. Like, look, man, you guys think it's bad now? Wait till that Fable comes out. You guys think it's bad now?
He gonna go.
Fable comes
He gonna
out.
lose his life.
Because I'm
when
gonna
that
take
game comes out.
a fine tooth comb and we going through that Fable.
We going through it? You gonna go through it like how I'm
straight
gonna go through
that Fable.
Shinobi in a minute.
You know what? You might call me digital addict, digital foundry addict.
You gonna be going through everything, every
I'm about to
nitpick.
go frame to frame on that game.
So what do you apply? You apply that when you love hard. You love you.
No, when I like a game and when I like a franchise, I want the franchise to do better. Not
Fair.
Not the same it was 8 years ago. Not the same it was 2 years ago. I want evolution and I want it to do better. Doesn't mean Avowed is a worse game than they've ever made. I would say Obsidian's made a few games better.
We didn't
Avowed.
answer which game is the best Obsidian game.
I think to me
What
it
you
would be
got?
New Vegas.
Oh yeah, New Vegas.
Yeah, that's kind of
by
off
far.
of the
Either
top.
that or
Yeah.
South Park.
I mean, the
Stick
fact that they made a Fallout game that was better than the actual creators was
What are you
ridiculous.
buying?
What are you buying? Damn, man,
White flag was in case by case moment. Move on.
shut up. Yeah, but it's kind of everything's for the streets. Let's be real.
Everything's
I mean,
for
come
the
on. We know it's for the streets at this point. It's just a matter of where it's coming, and we'll talk about Sony State of Play and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
it is what it is at this point. It's like, look, Addict, don't go full Maddie play. Look, like I just Final Fantasy. I'm hard on Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts. I'm hard on Kingdom Hearts. Zelda. I'm hard on Zelda. I keep my little clicks accountable for their sins. Like,
Happy Sunday, my NYC WV cousins. Winter is slapping us upstate folks up. Cog Shinobi looked so damn fun.
Yes.
Loved Capt 4, saw it twice.
oh wow.
Loved Indie finished story, still playing looking for stuff Xbox baby.
Oh yeah, Indy is fire. Indiana Jones is fire.
that's another thing. People say Addict hates all Xbox games. I praised Indiana Jones.
Yes.
Like crazy.
You did?
Stop it with that now.
What are you buying?
Oh,
How
see,
much
though.
left?
Salute,
How much
bro.
left for the trip to Tokyo?
We still there. We still going there.
Yeah, we
getting
still
there.
got a little bit
Still
left.
got a little bit to
Going
go.
to Tokyo ain't cheap. Going to Tokyo ain't cheap.
Nah,
but
you
we
good.
really appreciate it.
definitely
Hey, here's
ain't
the
cheap.
thing, like, you guys can always expect me. I will be fair with the games that I play, because I could have came up here and I could have hyper focused on just the 5 things I didn't like about Avowed, but I didn't. I enjoy the exploration. I think the gameplay is some of Obsidian's best gameplay they've ever made. And I even told people they should play the game. Like,
yeah, you told him
it
it
would
was
be
fun.
different if my review was 20 minutes of shit talking, but it wasn't. it was, look, I was disappointed, and I personally felt Avowed that Obsidian could do better in some of these aspects of Avowed, but I feel Avowed's a good game and you should go play. I even told people if you liked RPGs, I'd still even buy it. I even push the Game Pass thing. So, you know, people sit there. It's fine, man. You
good, bro.
hate on me because you know what? Sometimes you need
good,
someone
bro.
you can hate on.
You good. Anyway, so that's
What
pretty
does
much.
Batman say? Hate me because I can take it.
You're ridiculous. Anyway, hold on.
What are you buying?
Still got Dollar Tackle.
NGL. I wish Avowed was still a co-op game.
Really?
Imagine this combat and exploration in co-op similar to Grounded Look of Triumph. We need that MP expansion.
I don't know. I'm kind of glad they left that. I feel like even with this game, and you could tell that the remnants of the multiplayer hurt this game. And I don't even think it's like the remnants itself. Like every time you have to redo.
What are you buying?
Shell, Donald Taco acting up.
Also,
right now.
Grounded is the best Obsidian
Donald
game.
Talk.
Grounded, you got Grounded as the best?
Nah,
I mean, Grounded
we're
is fun
gonna-
though.
We're gonna ignore him from now on. But Just let me know the amount.
Just let me know. Proceed. We ain't trying to make you broke, man. We still gotta get flights. Shout out to C-Dub trying to get us there, though.
Just let me know the
If
amount
you're real
left to
about
Tokyo.
that, just drop a
Real
500
talk.
in the chat.
If you really about that,
If you
really trying to get us there.
Just drop a 500 in the chat.
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that to the man.
appreciate
We
all
appreciate you,
We
man.
appreciate all the support you guys
Can we get
give.
a new Fantasy Star story to play Sega?
Oh, facts. I want an original
Actually,
Fantasy Star.
I played a little bit of those original ones. But yeah, when it comes down to, I think we were talking about what's the best game.
Yeah.
Fallout New Vegas.
New Vegas.
I don't know. Here's the thing. I loved Fallout New Vegas. They made the Knights of the Old Republic 2. Phenomenal game. Obsidian is known. They have made the best Bethesda game.
Yeah, you can make the
I
argument.
would say Knights of the Old Republic 1
Was
you
better
could
than
make an
2.
argument that's better than the
Yeah, the
second
2.
one. But the
Because 2
second
is what
one
they
was
did.
phenomenal.
Yeah,
They made the best South Park game, Stick of Truth,
facts.
and that was the best South Park game that will ever be made. I love that game.
So
like,
here's the question, though. It has, because this wasn't the 90, high 80s Obsidian game, does that knock them from the greatness?
Look
Nah.
here. Obsidian has never made the best RPG of all time. But they made the best survival game of all time.
I don't
You
know.
can't deny Grounded.
He's got Grounded as the
Grounded's
best
good,
survi-
but I
Grounded's
don't know.
good.
I'm not a survival head, so I can't really make comments on that.
I will
But-
give Grounded that as a person who doesn't like survival games, Grounded made me like that game. So it's a testament to them. I don't know if since I'm not the survival head, I can't say it's the greatest of all time. But if you can get my casual behind to like it, that says something. So I'll give him that a little bit. Shout out to Metroid.
Neverwinter Nights 2 for me. I played D&D
I
tabletop.
didn't play the Neverwinter
I didn't like
Nights.
that one. Salute.
Yeah.
Wait, Ghost got Avowed higher than Starfield. Some people are saying Avowed better than Starfield.
I think Avowed's a better game than Starfield.
Ooh, I like Starfield's base story.
Yeah,
though.
I think, and it's not that. I just enjoyed playing Avowed more. I don't know, like I mean, I enjoyed playing Avowed more. A lot of Starfield didn't click with me. I enjoyed Starfield. I thought it was a fun experience, but I will say I appreciated Avowed more than I appreciated Starfield.
I feel where Starfield, Avowed has Starfield is the exploration off the beaten path, because the planet in Starfield, let's be real, is barren. But I do feel, again, I haven't ended Avowed yet, but so far I feel like Starfield's main quest was more captivating. Like when First Contact happened with you know who, and then the situation happens with the you know what. Like it was on. Like I felt the tension.
They didn't like the Starborn stuff. Didn't really surprise me a whole lot. Like
love the Starborn
I think once they introduced that society one time, when you keep reintroducing them, it didn't really do a whole lot. I thought it was great, and I thought it was nice when it come to that. I think the Living Lands just had more mystery than Starfield.
I agree
did.
with
I will give Forte. Yeah, I think it's something. The Living Lands as an environment. Yeah, it's kind of lit. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, because that's the biggest thing. It's like, look, I know people from Microsoft watch this. Phil, you watching this?
What are you buying?
Put your behind.
The Salvation Raid is the best survival game long.
You know,
Destiny talk.
I'm like one of the only people I know that like that raid. A lot of people don't like that raid.
Which raid?
The Salvation raid.
Salvation.
Oh, Salvation was alright.
Yeah. I really
damn!
enjoyed it. See, look at that energy he just threw out
Damn,
there. That's what I deal with on anything when it comes to Destiny. But yeah, it comes down to it. It's like Phil, if you watching this, man, let Obsidian make a vow too. I don't like. I know this game was a development for
Hey, yo, he made it rain.
Tried to send 500 but got the message I hit my limit. Hope this helps.
Hey,
you
bro,
can-
they
I
gotta make it rain.
appreciate that.
C-Dub, bro.
And you know what we're doing?
Wow, brother.
We're
wow.
removing this go. King is taking glizzies to the
King is taking glizzies to the face all day now. Like, let it rain. Let it rain. Shout out to C-Dub, man. Road to Tokyo. Wow, brother. Thank you so much. All this helps. We getting there. And then you get to see King live.
Live and in color.
Hold another man's shoulder and take glizzy to the
I'm
face.
just going to say it. Obsidian is the better Bethesda.
Ooh, we doing
Obsidian
that?
is better. I do think Obsidian makes better games than Bethesda, but I'm one of the few people I got faith in Bethesda. Like I still think they can they can redeem themselves. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
Because I feel like Starfield was a step in the right direction in terms of, here's the thing, they did something with Starfield that no one else has done, so I can't hit them too much. And like just like Obsidian and with Avowed, look, Avowed to me is not the best that Obsidian.
Right. Some people will put this as a knock on Obsidian because they said it ain't.
No, I don't. By any means, it's not. To me, a knock has to be like a knock has to be a bad game. This is not a bad game.
All right.
This is just like, a game that gets you to another game. It's a fun game, something that's good there, something that's going to keep. Because even though people are like, oh, Addict, I have dropped.
They going in.
I am a Bethesda fan, by the way.
I am too. I have dropped countless games in develop. I have dropped countless games reviewing. You can ask Cog.
Right.
Sometimes I will call Cog and say, yeah, that's not it. I'm done.
All right, so what about this argument, though? And I want to Forte to chime in as well. What about, you could say for the Bethesda guys that Bethesda has a Skyrim, and until Obsidian has a Skyrim, it's no conversation. What about that?
I feel like Avowed is their Skyrim. It might not be the Skyrim that you wanted. I mean, that's subjective at the end of the day. I'm sure
it could go toe-to-toe with Skyrim.
If Skyrim was remade in modern day, then we would have a conversation on that.
Get him.
I mean,
Do I think it's better than Skyrim? No,
get him, Forte.
But here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. I don't think it's better than Skyrim, but I can understand people saying the magic system's more fluid. You get more freedom. It's got more updated
the combat
graphics.
is better.
Yeah,
we get that.
That matters. That matters going into stuff. Like if Skyrim was brought back in modern, games
with these graphics,
we would have more of a conversation. But I don't think you can truly compare the two unless that happened.
But I just think with Skyrim, the ambiance, the story, everything 11 years later,
a legal system that they still have the stealing system.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's like objectively when it comes to like the overall like functionality of the game. Yeah, I think Avowed takes the cake, but that's just something that happens over an 14-year period since 11/11/11 happened. So, but to this day, every time there's an update for Skyrim, you see people run over there and play it in droves, and that game is. I wonder what the sales of that game is over the course of 11 years. I mean, granted, it's 11. It's a lot, but like Alderwind, like there's iconic characters in that. Like when you first turn on Skyrim and you're in the back of the wagon. It's like all your way to, and then you see all the wind just come down from the heavens and torch the whole place. It's like it starts out so epic. Like matter of fact, it's like how Mass Effect 2 started, epic. It just continues to keep going on and on and on from there.
Well, see, here's the thing. Even if you don't think like Avowed's anywhere close to Starfield, it's still their version of
absolutely.
Skyrim. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Like, do I like it's like I said, Skyrim's a better game, but I can understand from the concept that like, especially people like my brother's age, they ain't going back and playing no Skyrim. They're not doing that. Like they're gonna want to play more modern stuff because it's got more modern gameplay mechanics. So I can understand why people would enjoy playing something like an Avowed, because even though I was disappointed with some of the RPG mechanics and how I felt like a lot of it was casualized for Avowed.
Yo, they going in. They said Avowed need to worry about Oblivion before they can even think about talking this. Yo, they talking that talk. I like it. It's spicy in here.
The fact, yeah.
Ooh, that's kind of real. They said you ain't messing with the middleweight champ before you can even challenge the heavyweight champ, Addy. How dare you? How dare you?
People
I thought they was
mad
say
about the encumbrance. No, it's not that I was mad at the encumbrance. It just made no sense to me. Like like
you yourself said it was casual. You said stash it, automatic teleport to the stash. You demoted points.
So it's not that I was angry they put it in there. I was just scratching my head that you were programming an encumbrance system into the game, but then also you program a magic portal that you could just throw everything to your camp.
That don't sound like goat talk to me.
But I never said the word goat. That
I mean,
never
you
came
said
out of my
we'll
mouth.
go blow for blow with the graphical fidelity of the modern gaming. That's what you said. You sound like that was the goat.
I was talking about people that did not play it in 2011, and it's going to be hard for them to play. You know what's funny? I don't even see you because you're freezing all the time. So like whatever you're doing, I don't see it.
Yeah, I'll put you on the hot seat.
Now I know how Taylor or Swift fans feel trying to get concert tickets. Trying to find a reasonably priced mid to high-end GPU is unreal right now.
That's a fact. That's a
Nah,
fact.
man, I know some chicks that be trying to get some Taylor Swift.
man.
Nah, it's worse. It's
crazy,
10 times worse for them. Like, because they paying $10,000-$15,000 a ticket after a minute. And we're talking 10, 15 minutes after the tickets go up.
Look, man, the chat love you, but they say you went too far. You went too far with this Avowed.
No.
Fuck the tour.
Look, I never said Avowed was better than Skyrim. I'm
okay,
saying
so
from
we
a
just-
modern gamer, I can
Yeah.
understand why they would want to play a modern game over Skyrim.
All right, so you put respect back on Bethesda.
No,
where you go.
Skyrim's one of my top 3 games of all time.
All right, there we go.
I was saying that even if you don't like Avowed, this is their version of Skyrim. It doesn't matter how you feel. Like,
In a way, yeah, I can see that. It's hard world in a way. I definitely can see that. Shout out to the Black Rock, man. We just have a friendly in battle competition. That's all.
Yeah.
You know, we're just trying to see what the greatness is, and I just hope they make new stuff. So we gotta pay some bills in a minute, and we got some topics to go through. So pause super chats, and I'm gonna need y'all to mute y'all mics because we gotta do some things. We gotta pay some
let's go.
bills. We got to we gotta pay.
I gotta
some
see
bills.
this video. I know about this.
Oh,
video.
not this one, not that one. I know where you going. Not that. Not that.
Oh,
not
okay,
that.
this is
Yeah,
a
that ain't
different
that
one.
one.
Okay.
Like that's soon coming soon. It's different.
Okay,
It's
come
different.
in to be determined. Got
That's
you.
that's TBD. Salute. Anyway, so this ILP podcast is brought to you by Factor Meals. Eating better is easy with Factor's delicious, ready-to-eat meals. Factor's gourmet meals are fresh, chef-crafted, dietitian-approved, and ready to heat and eat in just 2 minutes. You'll have over 40 different options to choose from every week, including dietary menu preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, and Keto. Reach your goals in 2025 with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. Lords, you know the name of the game for me is health is wealth. That means healthy mind, body, and soul. But with the craziness of my schedule, it's often difficult to balance all aspects of my life, and something inevitably suffers. But thanks to Factor Meals, that something never has to be my attrition. I love ordering my Factor Meals weekly, and the selection is expansive, including those delicious smoky Gouda chicken that comes with the roasted red potatoes and that Parmesan green beans. Plus, I love ordering Factor Meals add-ons like the amazing chocolate banana protein shakes. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with a wide variety of easy options for the entire day, like breakfast pancakes, wholesome smoothies, and more. So, Lords, what are you waiting for? Get started today and get after your goals by eating smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/IronLords50off and use code IronLords50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code IronLords50off at factormeals.com/IronLords50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. So salute to Factor, you know what I'm saying? I do be rocking with the fact that hard body, man. I go front. Like the meals are really good. 2 minutes, get them in, get them out. And then they got good breakfast options, y'all. They got to go check them out, man. So I'm a big fan. Again, if you want to go, you're moving and shaking. And again, the ingredients are really good. I am a huge fan. So shout out to Factor for rocking with the Lords, getting our health is wealth on, doing what we do. I believe I got the it pinned at the top of the chat to go check out that link. Yeah, I got it right there. Go check that joint out. Copy, just put it up in there. Salute. Yeah, the Gouda chicken, man. Yeah, the Gouda chicken is what it is. He said no doubt. Salute. Yo, go check that out.
Plenty of you people in there, you guys don't be cooking.
Yeah, y'all don't.
Take that money in the Factor.
Yeah, no. Exactly. And then you can hook your mans up. Once you sign up, you can hook your mans up with the free box. That's the other joint. I'm telling you. He said pancakes and breakfast. Salute. Yeah, breakfast pancakes, man. Don't be hating, man. Anyway, salute the Factor for rocking with us. We gonna get on with the next joint. Anything else we got? Let me put the joints back on. Let's make sure we didn't miss any super chats, and then we can rock. And this is gonna be my segment. Ooh, who's that? Who's that?
Oh, I heard something.
Oh, somebody Wilson. Okay, Alicia. Okay, salute. Welcome to the realm and all that. No doubt.
Yeah,
No doubt.
no glizzy freak. No. Clean getting that.
He getting that glizzy.
Eating that glizzy. it's too late. It's too late. The moment C-Dub dropped that 200, he was a wrap.
Oh, it's a wrap. Yeah,
It was a wrap.
What's funny is I'm texting him right now. You doing that to the face?
Yeah, King's gonna try to make it. You don't know if he's gonna be able to make it or not.
Who was it? Was it C-Dub?
He got stuck in that New York traffic. C-Dub.
Yeah. He hit him. What did he hit him with? What did he hit him with?
He dropped the 200.
Yeah, the 200. He tight. Anyway, yeah, I just texted him. You gotta take that to the face. Put that glizzy up. Anyway, we are gonna move on. This is me, y'all. This is me. So I'm gonna get a chance to get some bars off. So excuse me.
Let me show you guys something. This is what I'm dealing with in my home state. Okay.
Oh Lord, let's see it.
This is in the area I live in.
Okay, what's
and
going
this is literally 4 days apart from each other.
What you got? Hey, yo.
Oh wow.
February
Yo,
11th,
is that a car submerged?
No, that's what we're dealing with
Hey,
right now.
yo.
So y'all went from having a snowstorm to having a mass flood.
Yo, Forte, don't his joint look like a level in State of Decay? Like, don't
Hey,
it look
I
like
was gonna say, don't
this
it
look
look
like
wait.
I could put the picture. It
No,
look like I
no.
could go in there and I could loot that shop at the bottom,
Well, I'm
and
sure
I could get the
plenty of people are
medicine.
looting
Yo.
that shop.
Yeah.
Right now.
Why did I think that was the vantage point that Joe was using when he was sniping down when Ellie was trying to run away from
Bro,
everybody
Attic
in
lived in
Last
this-
of Us?
He lived in the Last
That
of
was
Us,
a
bro.
residential area. What you talking about?
Right here, I'm gonna go in there. I'm gonna get 5 medicine bottles,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna use it.
Gotta get him out of here, bro.
I'm gonna jump in the pickup and I'm out. Son, that's crazy. Anyway, no, that's crazy. State of emergency, though. Now, seriously, all jokes aside, I hope you
Yeah,
guys
be
safe.
safe,
That's
man.
crazy. That's crazy. But anyway, this is me, man. I'm up.
He said looting his hometown is crazy.
Look, it's wild, bro. It's wild. Look, man, Shinobi, Art of Vengeance, man. I know we're going to get into the state of play. We're going to get into that, but I wanted to highlight something, obviously. This is from the official Shinobi website. The iconic Shinobi returns an all-new 2D action platformer with a unique hand-drawn look crafted by the team behind the hit brawlers at Streets of Rage 4. Play as the legendary Shinobi Joe Musashi, master of the ninja arts. After finding your village burned to the ground and your clan turned into stone, you must set off on a quest for vengeance, ready to face an unparalleled evil and avenge your clan. Let me tell you, Forte, man. If you want to see grown man tears from me, the game,
I can imagine.
20, 30 years, this is literally my favorite game. The game I bought an arcade unit in my house, like, for this game. When I was like, one day I'm gonna own that game, bro. So much of a dream come true. My namesake comes from it. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And then shout out to Lizard Crush, man, and to Temmos. Sega, in my opinion, couldn't have picked a better studio and publisher to make a new Shinobi game. Shout out to they had the Sega Japan on the PlayStation blogs interview the chief producer. His name is Toru Ohara. You know what I'm saying? He's the chief producer. And then they got Ben Frequet, who's the creative director on the game from Lizard. Now, here's the thing. Addict. I interviewed Ben Frequet PAX East 2019. And that was when they were behind the scenes showing us Streets of Rage 4. At that time, he was just the art director for the game. And if you see this Shinobi art, credit my mans. You know what I'm saying? Ben Frequet, to see him now be another creative director for a Shinobi game, it looked absolutely crazy. And it looks like it's going to be a separate game. I'm somewhat canon or not, but I'm going to see what's going on. But let's get to the reveal. So for my hardcore fans, you know what I'm saying, hardcore Shinobi fans, obviously the legendary Joe Musashi is back. That's from the arcade Shinobi. This is the original OG. They're paying homage to all the games. The thing that I like from first is, obviously, we got the original protagonist. Now, it's going for the Revenge Shinobi look. And people that love Revenge Shinobi, it's the GOAT in terms of music. It's the GOAT in terms of bosses. They had Spider-Man, Batman, Terminator, Godzilla, all these crazy things. So that's considered the GOAT Shinobi game. But a lot of the hardcore addicts look at Shinobi 3 Return of the Ninja Master as the Shinobi game with the best gameplay. That's the one where he's running. That's the one where he could climb. He could move around. I got you, OG. Yeah, we're going to get to the Shadow Dancer. We're going to get to the Shadow Dancer. But so they're paying homage to the best gameplay, the look, and then to OG's talk, the thing that's super dope is there was a stage that I saw the dog running around. And for people that know, there was a spin-off game called Shadow Dancer where you could use the dog and fight alongside him. And it looks like that same dog. So this looks crazy. The cell shaded looks amazing. Looks like Streets of Rage on steroids. And then you got your ninja magic, which is a classic Shinobi staple. They got the grappling, the running, the dive kick, the kunai, the ninja tools. They talk about having amulets, adding more secrets, more puzzles. And then, look, I am blown away with so much love and care that they're doing to the series. And this is the only thing I got to do. I got to put some pressure on y'all because I'm loving what y'all doing. It's one thing y'all got to do. Streets of Rage, shout out to my man, Olivier Deriviere. He's now going to be doing a lot of the music design for SouthOfMidnight. He was tasked to do like the composing and the music for Streets of Rage 4. But what he did was, he said, we can't do a Streets of Rage without the legendary Yuzo Koshiro. Yuzo Koshiro is the one that do them club beats, them joints in Streets of Rage with the beats. Any music in Streets of Rage where you bop your head is Yuzo Koshiro. You gotta make the call. Out of the Temo, somebody gotta drop the bat. You cannot have a Shinobi game without my man's Yuzo Koshiro, who tweeted me, by the way, back on on Twitter. Shout out to him. I was doing a workout. I gave him some props on the Streets of Rage soundtrack, one of my workouts, and he was like, "Oh, yo, dudes is working out to my track." Like, love. I got honored from the legend, so I could die today. I'm good.
That's what's up.
I could die. That's my man. So Yuzo Koshiro, he better do at least a track. The Super Shinobi track, when it starts off, he got beat. So you got to call him in. You got to drop the bag. I need at least 2 tracks. The same way y'all did it for Streets of Rage.
You got to do at least a track. I need at least 2 tracks.
I need 2. He got to get him in the booth. I need 2 tracks from Yuzo Koshiro. Otherwise, this is not an official Shinobi game. Because another knock on Shinobi 3, even though it's the best gameplay, then the music was not it. But I think they're going to do the right thing. They're going to do the right thing. And then last but not least,
don't hold anyone accountable, man.
I'm holding their feet to the fire. I'm like Attic. I don't want to hear the way Attic is with Fable. Like Attic, you gonna be bad if they have Jack of Blades in it, right? Ain't you gonna flip out?
No, I have nothing to do with Jack of Blades.
Okay.
I would like an Easter egg of Jack of Blades.
Yeah,
but I don't expect them to have.
We gonna call you. I'm gonna put the campaign now. Yuzo in the booth.
My biggest thing with Fable is I just want the consequences to be there. Right?
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. So
yeah,
look,
I'm with you on that.
So last but not least, August 29th, Forte. Look like it's a drop. I already got my digital deluxe pre-order, and it says to come with the base game, play the game 3 days early, digital deluxe season pass. They got a starter kit. They got these amulets. But here's the thing. This is for the hardcore though. They got a suit that's only for pre-order. That's from the original arcade game. They did the knowledge, son. They did the knowledge. I'm good. I'm good. This is the year of the ninja. I got Ninja Gaiden. I got a Shinobi game.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing I need is Tenchu. And it's all like, bro, I made it in this part of my life. I made it here for this moment, bro. I'm good.
You made for the circle of life to happen.
Bro, I made it.
All the health is one thing that got me to this point was worth it.
Son, I survived the car crash. I survived a hospitalization. Man. I survived the pandemic. This was the moment God said, we got to give him this, bro. We got to give him the grown man tears, man. I've never been so more happy in my life, man. I made it. But that's all I get. But for those, y'all who don't have this affinity for Shinobi the way I do, I'm curious, like, what was your first? Start with Attic, because you really, don't really care about Shinobi at all.
Don't care.
Yeah, so like, what for a guy that just don't care? Like, when you saw it, did it look good? Did it like, this just is an average joint? Like, how it look?
It looked interesting. The thing is like I think like Ninja Gaiden 4 probably caught my eye more.
Oh, okay.
The Shinobi, and I think maybe it's just because like the 3D effect and stuff. But I wouldn't say like. Some of the bosses looked interesting, so yeah, I'm interested in that. Mainly going to play just because I know you're going to make me play it. So I might as well even fight it. So.
Come on, man!
You got to make a play. All right, so at least there's some lukewarm interest. All right, now, Forte, I never asked you like any familiarity with the Shinobi series, any kind of connection, and then what did you feel about seeing Art of Vengeance? And I forgot to pause the
Blessed
chat, sorry.
day, lords. Sega is back, baby. Shinboy having such a killer return. My man Sonic having a sick-looking kart racer and Yakuza popping off.
Yes.
It's
Robert
funny.
Kelly, brother. We back. Sega's
God,
back.
it's like I forgot to pause it, but when you said Shinobi, he's like, okay, we can go.
Yeah, we can go. That's my Sega brother. Listen,
Yeah,
we're partying
Shinobi
right
is on Steam.
Yes. All right, so cool. So where you at with your Shinobi connection and how you feel about Art of Vengeance. What did you feel?
So, like, I don't know anybody that loves the ninja as much as you. Like, it's crazy how much like it's your DNA.
Yes.
Like
Cog Hatto's dressed up as the ninja.
Yes.
Growing up.
Oh yeah,
like he had that was.
yeah.
I had the suit.
He was the ninja for Halloween every day till he was 15.
It's every day.
I was running down. I was running down on people. I was running down. You already know.
You try to find out. Did you try to run on walls and everything yet?
So I was trying.
You trying?
Well, I was so wood. I had the paper ninja stars. When you make them out of the loose leaf binder, we was making them before you go to Chinatown and buy the real ones that it was almost illegal. You can hurt people with those. But continue. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, yeah, but you're right. It's like this year it's crazy. You start thinking all the stuff like Ninja Gaiden. We got pretty much all those, and then as soon as I saw Shinobi on the screen, I was like, oh my God. I said, this looks, and like me and Slobo was like, oh, day one. Because it looked amazing. Like when I tell you, I'm not huge, like I'm not like the ninja. I'm not huge into it like that, but I like fast-paced gameplay, and I love the story of the ninja and everything. So that just really drew me in. When I saw that gameplay, I was like, yep, this is everything I remember it used to be. And modern day graphics, we still got the side scrolling going on. And you know, this is always something about that aesthetic of side scroll. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this looks amazing. Like to the point where it looked like when I saw Onimusha, I was like, I'm good on that one. This one? Like Onimusha looked like it's been in the oven a little too long with those PS2 graphics. I mean, you know too, bro. You saw those graphics, you was like, yeah, this don't look it's the gameplay looked fun.
Yeah.
The gameplay looked fun. I'll give it that. I like the particle effects and stuff that they added to the game. But Shinobi was like, yeah, for them to like, I think it was the second thing they showed there. Yeah, dog, it was that was something. And I remember while we were streaming, I literally flipped over to ILP to see. I was like, I know Cog is having a baby right now.
People were calling me, say, yo, bro, I'm just tuned in. I had to see your reaction.
Yep.
People were blowing my phone up, bro. It was that crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. I literally popped over and I saw you like, you was like this.
Couldn't believe it.
I was like, yeah, let's go. But no, it's a day one. That's definitely a day one, and it was one of the shining lights of that showcase or whatever you want to call it these days.
That we will get to. Yes, we might as well transition because I wanted to blow you a little bit with that. But salute to all my Shinobis in the building. Shout out to Joe Masashi in the building. I will be there. Sega. Don't play with me, man. So we don't play with me. You know, I'm the hardcore fan. I'm the most hardcore fan that y'all got. Y'all look like y'all doing it right. Y'all paying respect to the gods. So salute. But let's get into it, man. We got to get into the state of play. That's where it came from, right? You know, tons of stuff to show. I guess we'll just quickly go down the list as far as what was there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Lords of Gaming, my man Robert Kellett with the great article, with the great roundup on LogNet. So, yeah, it looks like, again, we had the Monster Hunter Wilds new trailer. Had to start it off. You know what I'm saying? Breaking that down. Then we obviously got into ShinobiArtOfVengeance. We had a gameplay trailer for that. Sonic Racing Crossworlds gameplay trailer. I know Lord Sonic went crazy for that. Digimon Story Time Changer reveal. Lost Soul Aside. That's the one that looked like the little Final Fantasy joint. Man, looked like Noctis up in the joint. Salute that. Then we got Dave the Diver collabo with Leica Dragon's Ichiban. Very interesting. Splitgate 2. That's I believe that's the Joseph Fares joint, right? That's the
that is.
For whatever doesn't that name throw you off like it's an FPS shooter or something?
It does throw it off, but guess what? All the games he's made have been awesome, and I can't wait for it.
Yes. I think it's just the name just throws me off. But
I think that's going to be a 90+ game.
Shout out to Joseph Fares. Can we call? I think we can almost call him the king of co-op right now. Like I think nobody really do co-op.
I think he's not even the king. He's the only person really.
He's the only person that does
doing it. Yeah, he's from our era. Yeah.
And you know what I appreciate about him when he has like conversations with people, he's like, I saw, games were only getting beat like 20-30% of gamers were only beating certain games. He's like, if I was a developer and I saw that only, people were beating only 20% of my game, 20% of those people were beating it, I'd be ashamed. So that's what he started like going off of, what can we do to keep them like intertwined in our game and never stop playing it. Like,
Oh, that's dope. Salute to him.
and he
man.
changes like the mechanics all the time.
Salute to him, man. I remember when I first saw, I was like, "You're a little too spicy." But at first, I was like, "Nah, that's his passion." Like, he really, he loves games.
It shows you that sometimes this industry just needs unique talent and a fresh pair of eyes, because he's like, this man's only been in the industry for 3 games. I don't think he's worked on any other game besides his own games. And he already has a game of the year. He's won a game of the year.
Game of the year. I forgot about
Like,
that.
if you think about that, that is insane.
Nah, salute to him, man. Salute to Joseph Ferris. I would say I got him wrong. I remember, because I remember when he first came out on the Game Awards stage. He was like, I was like, bro, calm down. No, I don't want us to besmirch us like that. But he was outside. I mean, I was
with it.
I know you was always with it. You was always with it. You were like, I like it. I like it. He put his chest out. Salute to him. So he's got Splitgate. Then we got Forte, this interest, WWE 2K25 Island mode. Very reminiscent of a My Player I Want Your VC mode.
Man, it's they gonna make so much money.
Yeah, they gonna kill it. And now AEW up out of there. It's a wrap. You know
They're gonna make so much money off
Then
that.
we got Borderlands 4. Looks like PlayStation's got the marketing rights. New trailer. Are you in? You in? Rich, ready?
I like Borderlands. I think they're a fun franchise.
Rich, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to what's his face? Excuse me. All right, so Split Fiction is the Haze Light joint. Split Gate is something else. Sorry.
It's the Halo game.
Yeah, there we go. So we got that. And then we got...
And I think that was here too. Splitgate was here too.
Yeah, both of them were there. So then we got Directive 8020, Dark Pictures game. That's the super massive joint. I kind of like that joint. It's kind of hard for me, but I like that. It's in space.
I wonder if it's going to be the typical like supermassive gameplay, or are they trying to do, because when I was doing some stuff for a website, I saw that the genre was action. So
interesting.
I'm kind of curious, are they going away from their storytelling, how they did on Until Dawn, or like was that considered action too? I'm not quite
That's
sure.
a good question. That
is a good question.
Then we got Five Nights at Freddy's Secret of the Mimic reveal trailer. And we got the Midnight Walk gameplay.
Five Nights at Freddy's, you guys can keep all of that.
You know what, Addy? We gonna make you play that game.
No,
we gonna come up with a super chat goal for you to play that game.
They would have to. I would make it so ridiculous it never happened.
Midnight Walk gameplay release date and trailer. Then we got Darwin's Paradox, some Konami joint puzzle platforming adventure. Warriors Darwin's Paradox was the octopus game, I think. That was the octopus joint running around. Then we got Warriors Abyss reveal in launch trade. That's the Koei Tecmo joint, Addict. Remember that one? And then for Forte, he got his Omnimusha 2 HD and the Way of the Sword update. That's the new joint.
It's the new joint, yeah.
Yeah, 2026. You know what I'm saying? Looking kind of cool. We got that. Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater showed out, and we got a release date from that. So hold on with that. And then Hell Is Us got a new trailer. They got a release date trailer for that. Lies of P, that's a big one. A lot of people love Lies of P in the Soul genre. They got DLC. Looks like it's going to be prequel kind of thing.
Yeah, prequel.
A lot of people love the story. They say that's one of the best Souls game stories going. We got Dreams of Another. That's Pixel Junk's joint. We got Days Gone remastered.
That caught me off guard.
That caught me way off. I was like, dog, they won't even make a part.
I mean,
two,
there was rumors that one was in development,
but we already know how we already know how Sony treats remasters. It's like they use remasters to gauge to make the next one, but they already said they're not making another one. So like, what's the remaster? That just lets you know that it's probably like they're in development of all their other games. They were like, listen, we ain't gonna have no games for a while. What games can we actually remaster that won't break the bank that we could do like in a year and a half? And
it'll be funny.
That's how this game happened.
if there is a Days Gone 2 now because of this.
That's what I was about to say.
That's what I'm saying. It might be one now.
Shuhei said, he remember on the Greg interview, he was like, look, I know guys don't like the remasters. That like, if you want Sony to, first party to make the new hashtag just one, you gonna have to buy these to support. That's what
I don't believe that.
You feeling that?
No, it's not that. I just don't. I don't believe in like putting the blame on the consumer. It's like you either stand on your own and have faith in your games that they're going to sell, and do something like Capcom did, and when they made Resident Evil 2, remade it, or you just shut up. Like don't like that's equivalent to me to crowdfunding. Like we're gonna that's essentially crowdfunding. We're
like,
gonna
shut up
you,
and dribble.
We're
Shut up
like,
and make
if
games.
you want the next game, you got to buy this one. When's the last time you saw like Konami? I think
Buy
that's
this
who makes-
remastered 3 times, Alex, so
I
we
think-
can make new games.
When's the last time you saw like Konami like, yo, we're gonna make this Silent Hill 2 remake, Silent Hill 2 remaster? Now, if you guys buy that, we'll remake Silent Hill 2. It didn't happen. They said, look, people want it, give it to them.
Well, in
It's
Sony's defense, they didn't say it. It was kind of like Shuhei kind of giving us the behind the scenes on the business with it. You know what I'm saying? In defense of them.
But buy games that interest you, and if the people who own them want to do something else with the brand, that's on them. Don't buy something because 9 times out of 10 when you buy stuff, it goes to the shareholders. The game ain't seeing nothing of that. You guys think all the money GTA 5 went into GTA 6? No.
All right, fair. But what about this? What about, let's be honest, the controversy? First, I think, wasn't you with me? Days Gone was the last PlayStation Studio Games ILP cover. I think it was Bend. I think he was with me. Or at least MJ the boss was me. Shout out to MJ.
Yeah, I think it was like in a theater.
Yeah. That was like the last PAX East that Sony used to go to, and we covered it.
One of the last events Sony ever
went to. I think that was literally the last event that they went to show first party stuff. And we covered, we was like, okay, look at the zombie mechanics, looks great, this, that, and the third. And then remember, didn't Days Gone sell like $1 million, $2 million? It didn't do bad.
It sold really well.
Right.
Like 10 or
And
something
then
like that.
Fast forward, right? Remember the developer, the original director of the game was tight. Remember that Days Gone was in the Astrobot.
Yep.
Remember? He was like, how y'all
Google
gonna put it in?
says that Days Gone sold 9 million copies.
Ooh, okay.
So you mean to tell me that
Right.
Shua's going to tell me that 9 million of the first one
Well,
getting sold
I
isn't
think
going to
it-
make a sequel, but
Well, I
buying
do-
a remake's gonna buying a remaster of the 9 million that was sold then is going to make a sequel. These people are taking you.
No, but I
for
do
the fools
think-
you guys are. If you
No, but I do think
All
most
the
of that when the
streaming did.
developer, I think when the developer's talking about it,
Oh,
though.
really?
yeah, I think it's down on my end.
Oh, wait. No data. Oh, no.
Oh,
What's
shoot.
happening? It said the street current brand is lower than we recommend that you. Oh, no. What is going on? Is it my internet? I got the new
It
one.
just went back up.
Is it a new stream?
No.
No, it's gonna be the same. It gives you
Oh,
time
thank
to
God.
recover.
All right. Hopefully it get back. I'm going to have to call
Yeah,
them.
but it's
Wow.
back up. I don't know
thank
what
God.
happened there.
They hating on us. They hating. They don't want me to be great. We start talking about Days
It
Gone.
is kind of crazy when we
Start talking about Days
PlayStation.
Gone. Then all of a sudden,
Man.
oh man, what's going on? Don't do me like this, Sony. I'm just giving y'all praise. Y'all let me. Okay, we back to good connection. Power out. I don't know what's going on, man. But I will say I do have a new setup, a new Verizon trade. So hopefully it's that. But back to Days Gone. So you were saying, Forte, before we got cut off, if it's fine.
No, I was saying the biggest thing for me is I feel like when the developer came up, it said that it did sell 9 million, but remember, initially I think
Right.
it was only around 1
1
to
to
2
2,
million.
yeah.
And most of the sales for that game happened once it hit Steam and stuff, and then the game was like
Yeah.
$19.99. So it was mostly due to the fact like the game sold well, it just didn't sell well at the price point that you wanted to sell well at
Mm-hmm.
for them to like, money wise. Because I think they said they were happy with the sales of it, but the actual revenue they gained off or the profitability of the game wasn't there due to how long it took to hit that number and all the discounts that kind of took place. So that, like I said, I just found it weird that they decided to do a remaster, but I also think it was probably one of the few games they could like bring up in the portfolio that could get remastered fast enough to have games to be able to have come out this year. And then it is going to be another way to kind of gauge interest in the franchise, because they like throwing that stat out there, like 75% of the people that own PS5s didn't own a PS4. And I'm like, wait a minute, where did this me looking on my shoulder like, where did these people come from? You tell them everybody had a PS4. Like, so I don't know where that number comes from, but I do think that's part of the evaluation for Days Gone. And honestly, I think the game is really good. If you played it on PC after it came out, after all the updates, it's a dang well played game. So it's another chance for it to shine, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see if it allows it to, I guess part of me is curious if it allows it to get a sequel because of the controversy with the studio. Obviously, Ben, the director at the time was very upset. There was just controversy to see Deacon, the main character in Astrobot, where he was like, yo, y'all didn't even support the game. So he's mad at Sony proper for putting Deacon in there when that team, Ben, wanted a true sequel. But what I'm hoping for, even though I am usually not for, I'm with Attic on this, I'm usually not for all this remastering. The interview definitely gave me some perspective as to why
remastering. You can I actually like when they bring older titles into the modern age. I'm not about you trying to guilt trip your audience into buying remasters for the franchise to be supported.
Sony though, it's Shuhei who's no longer with Sony.
He's speaking the mindset. That's going on
don't
there,
do that to the homie.
I don't believe that 1 second.
No, he told him I got fired because of them. He said I didn't really go for the live service thing. He think that's one of the reasons why he's up behind it. He not really with it. Come on, man. Give Shuhei a little respect back.
No, I'm not saying him. I'm saying that's what Sony's thinking.
Okay.
Like,
you said
he's going off of the energy that was in the room.
Okay, I see what you're going. I see. So you say he's parroting what they were saying as to why. Okay, I see where you're going. Look, I just hope that somehow they get it too. But anyway, moving on because we got a couple more choice they had. So they offered a bunch of PlayStation Plus updates. This one to me was special. Did y'all that Tides of Annihilation?
Man,
bro.
Best game at the show.
That was the best game for me. I was
best
like, that joint, that female joint. I know somebody had a problem with female protagonists now. I noticed it's something about when certain things is moving.
Yeah, you can.
Nobody got a problem now.
A lot of eye candy out there.
A lot of things moving and shaking. Okay. So we good with it now. I just want to confirm that we good with it now. Okay, because I was like, damn, that was an interesting joint. But that joint looked fine.
Really good trailer. Yeah,
shout out. And then we got Metal Eden. Which one was Metal Eden? Showed off a mixture of credit. Oh, the deep. So that's the one I think everybody thought was Marathon. Remember that one? Everybody's like, oh, that's Marathon. It was Metal Eden, I think Deep Silver. And then we got Mind's Eye. That's a new joint. And I think that's the that's the one that we thought was Deus Ex for a little bit. And it had the GTA style thing going on. And then we got the Snoros joint. I can't pronounce it. SNROS, the house.
Saurus. Yeah, Saurus.
Saurus. All right.
Saurus.
So, shout out to Saurus. And again, looks like Returnal Energy, that kind of thing. That was kind of like the one more thing. That was the last thing of the show.
It better have been a one more thing.
Yeah. So that was pretty much it as far as the whole Dre. Shout out to my man Robin Keller for the recap on LordsOfGaming.net. Go check that out. So I was using that article right there. So what do we feel? Like it seems like a mixed reception from the PlayStation community. I think, did Keighley do a poll as far as like what did people think about it, and was it great? Like I heard like it wasn't, people are not necessarily happy. There's a lot of discourse. There's some people like, yo, what do y'all want? You crazy? What more do you want from Sony? Like, you got all these great games, and other people like, nah, fam, like, this was mid.
This ain't it.
This ain't it. Like, where's your first party? So, Forte, you want to jump over. Like, where are you at with this, man?
So, okay, so I'll be, I ain't even gonna be careful when I say this. I'm just gonna say it.
Careful.
My thing, okay, so people kind of reading Twitter or X or anything like that is mostly comes back to the conversation of people don't understand that every game isn't going to excite you. Mm-hmm. And that's what this show was. Mm-hmm. Like there was a lot of stuff here. They showed 29 games. Mm-hmm. And for me, only a handful of them count 3 to 4 of them really moved the needle for me.
Okay.
And Saros was one of them.
Okay.
But you watch these showcases for what you're bringing to the platform, not what your third party. Like the third party is supposed to, like, third parties are always supposed to supplement the first party offerings. Now we forgave Sony, when they came out and said, like, I think it was last year where they said, early in the year that, we ain't gonna have no first party games, like that, or it was probably the year before that. And that was fine. But the biggest thing I have right now is I just want to see more from them. It's like in a year where Xbox comes out and literally shows you just the first half of the year where they doubled up on games in April and May, and you're finally getting a chance to see that portfolio come to a reality. I just want to see PlayStation get back to that. Now I understand that, I understand a lot of games getting canceled, the change of philosophy, the overall implementation of how you were running your studios when it came to, like, are you live service, are you not? Everybody having to make these decisions. And then once you started seeing that live service bubble crumble, you started seeing the games crumble from those studios along with them. A lot of the main studios are still there, but then some studios aren't here anymore due to that. I just want to know what the future is. Like, we know about Wolverine because they showed us the splash screen. But the only reason we know anything really truly about the game is because we saw it in the Insomniac leaks. The only reason we know what Insomniac has coming past 2028 is from that same leak too. We know, okay, they showed us Ghost of Yotai during the Game Awards.
Right.
They showed us that. But I missed this. Remember, I missed the Sony that used to just come out and show what the next 3 years of PlayStation look like.
I mean, you got Cernos for next year. Come on.
So you showed me one game every 3 every 3 months. And then most of the showcases, like, you're only doing partner showcases and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like I said, it's just, for me, this is where I really truly just miss E3 in general.
Okay.
And the whole icon thing, I hope that kind of works out and we'll see. I just don't know if it's going to really do anything. But for me, I just miss the ability. And like I said, it's knowing what everybody's bringing to the table. And with PlayStation, like, for me, why should I keep my PlayStation? Like, God of War is the reason I own a PlayStation. There's no God of War coming out before probably the next PlayStation.
All right. So what about the ones that we supposedly know that's supposedly still coming, which is Ghost of Yotai this year, supposedly, right?
Supposedly.
Marathon. You're the Bungie guy. Marathon.
No.
You cool with doing Marathon?
I feel you on that.
Wait, what happened? Wait, hold on. I didn't know. This is a new development. You have betrayed Bungie. Forte.
Whoa, hold up. Time out, bro. No, you ain't talking. Is you playing Marathon?
Don't worry. This is not about me.
No, are you playing Marathon?
I am Mark McGuire here. We are not here to discuss the ideas of the past. We are
Gaming Ninja.
I am asking you, sir.
Or is that game in the bushes just like most of the Destiny community think
what
it is?
happened to Marathon? Why are you not excited?
Nobody's excited for the game. Nobody wants to play a whatever that game. What do they call it? Extraction shooter. Nobody cares about that. We play Destiny for the loot grind and going to raids and hanging out with our friends and doing dungeons and PvP. Marathon is just PvP.
So no excitement, no buzz.
No, I won't support Marathon because they killed Destiny.
Yeah,
damn.
Exactly. No, he is absolutely right. Because guess what? They decided to take their love child and put him on life support so they can make the other thing.
But if you don't support this, you ain't gonna get your love child back ever again.
Our love child's gone already. The love child's gone already.
Oh man, I'm like this.
When the last time you turned Destiny on, sir?
That's not the point.
Exactly. He's already dead.
Actually, Porte, me and Carl got into a little discussion over this.
What's up?
We have a difference of opinion. He thinks in order for Destiny 3 to exist, Marathon has to succeed, and I think the only way Destiny 3 exists is if Marathon fails.
Oh, wow. I don't think that's...
Break the tie.
If
Break the tie.
if Marathon is a success, I don't see them doing 2 games at the same time. The only way I see Destiny 3 getting greenlit is if Marathon isn't what they thought it was, and they don't want to close down a studio that they paid $3 billion for.
Oh, I agree with that. But the question is going to come down to, and unfortunately, I agree with Attic. But
So, okay,
is Destiny 3 going to really be Destiny 3 when it comes to, because I think if Marathon fails, Bungie ain't Bungie now. Bungie ain't going to be Bungie at all if that happens.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
They
Bungie won't
gon-
even exist.
Yeah,
if Marathon fails.
I mean, Bungie would just be Bungie in name with PlayStation people running it.
That's what I'm saying. But
And
anyway,
so
back to the point.
Yeah, but you don't care about that game either. Who cares?
All right, so
No
no,
one-
I
no
care
one
about the
cares.
game. No, I do.
No, you
I
don't.
want
No,
to.
you
I
don't.
do. I want to see what it is. Like I want to see.
I
Garrett,
want to see what it is too. But that don't mean I'm gonna buy. All right. So let me. They come out with $100 version of the game. You buying it?
Yes.
Oh, you
I'm
are.
supporting it. Bungie's one of my favorite studios. I don't
They
want them to
mine
die.
too.
I'm ride or die, whatever. Now look,
They
I
got
will
me.
give you this. I will give you this. We
Go ahead.
will meet halfway, my brother. I am not hype coming into Marathon. I am not like, an extraction shooter in 2025, as well as I don't know their model, because I am very concerned that if they come out here with a non-free-to-play model in this climate of a Marvel Rivals and all the dope games that are free-to-play, and they try to hit you with the $40, I mean, they could do a Helldivers. Helldivers did break the board. I don't know if it's going to be that level of success that a Helldivers has, because that has like a lot of appeal to it. I don't know if an extraction shooter has that level of appeal, but I will say this, because you're being very slanderous. If anybody could pull it off, it's Bungie. Oh, he done. Oh, man. Damn. Not like this.
But it's not the same Bungie.
All right, fair enough.
Jason Jones ain't walking through that door anymore, bro.
Man, look, man, I'm riding down. I'm going down with the ship. I'm going around.
Listen. They had to listen. You know the old adage. You know, the first impression is a lasting impression, and the first impression of Marathon, even though they didn't show no gameplay, was just like, nah, bro. It's not. It's in a genre that no one really cares about, and the reason Destiny. And let's be, Kai, you got to be for real here too. We love Bungie. We can't say
we love them.
We love it. 10 years of our life dedicated to that game. Friendships were made.
Yes,
but yeah, exactly. But let's be for real here.
You know what's funny? If Forte was there when me and Forte did that last mission. We was on that little the side of the building, seeing the Traveler at the very end, where it said thanks. It's been a good one or whatever.
It's been a good
Final
one.
Shape
man.
is one of the greatest conclusions. Ever.
Great swan song. But for me,
talk to me.
Let's be for real. If Destiny came out, if this was the beginning of Destiny 1 in 2024, 2025, Destiny wouldn't. I don't think Destiny would have lasted as long as it did.
Talking about the climate now versus climate then.
Because they had the run of the mill.
Facts.
For a long time.
They were able to survive because they already built a brand by the time the competition took up.
We gave people a style to run with, baby. We showed them how to do that live service.
Yeah, well, and that's the biggest thing. Like, people were going to get this a thing. More people were like you in 2013 and like me in 2013.
Yes.
Like, Bungie's coming out with a new game. We just came off the hype of Halo.
Right. I feel
Halo Reach, one of the best stories that didn't even have Master Chief in it.
Basically, you saying their name don't ring bell like that no more, and the climate is different. I get it.
And that's the problem. So,
no, that's fair. So let's get back to the major point, which is the 2025 Sony lineup, which probably consists of Ghost of Yotai, Marathon, and Fair Games is no longer, right? So Fair Games now, the rumor is that Fair Games is out. It's the third game. Death Stranding. Death Stranding 2. That's the third one. So that none of that excites you in 2025 from a first party perspective, Sony. But
No,
technically
it's
that's
not. It ain't
time.
about what. It's not. It's about that showcase in general.
Okay.
It's about that. Okay, so like the one game they show, like one game that everybody's excited for that we got a release date for, Metal Gear.
Yes.
They showed Metal Gear to us at the last PlayStation showcase in
Facts.
May of 2023. That's when they showcased it to us. We finally get the release date at this one. It's just a simple fact that they're adding. It's like you put Saris by itself is great. I just don't like what's accompanied with it in the show. It's not enough bangers in the show to make me be like, this is incredible.
So,
It's
so
like,
then the argument
I need
to you,
more.
Yeah,
I need more.
You need more first party, is
That's
what you're
all
saying.
it is.
Okay,
More
so,
first party.
So
But
then,
we're not
to-
going to get. Go
okay,
ahead.
no, please, I keep interrupting you. No, please finish.
No. I'm just saying because I feel like at this point we're not getting state of plays no more. I mean, state showcases anymore. We're only going to get state of plays. Like the fact that think about it, they are doing a Borderlands 4 dedicated state of play. When I heard Randy, first of all, Randy Pittsburgh, salute to you, what? But when he said that, oh yeah, check us out this summer at the dedicated state of play for Borderlands, I was like, so we are doing state of plays dedicated to third-party games now.
I mean, they got the marketing rights.
No, but we're doing state of plays.
I see what you're saying for a third. Okay, I get you. I know where you're going. I know where you're going.
Like,
And this,
at
my
least
friend, is
Final
what happens
Fantasy-
when there's no competition.
Exactly, because think of Final Fantasy. I could understand because Final Fantasy was exclusive. It was exclusive to the PlayStation. We're doing third-party state of plays now.
So basically, you're saying
where's
because-
the first-party stuff
right?
at?
Because the state, what you're saying is the state of first party. I don't say is inept, but is definitely lacking compared to the past, where you would get more things for a year. But you knew that coming. You
No,
knew.
but we also remember, we also knew Xbox had no studios and we still wanted games from them and they still wasn't showing us games. And then we got to the point where we became pacifists to the fact that Xbox didn't have games. So we found other reasons to play on Xbox, like, oh, our friends and all this other stuff. And then we got used to it. It was like, oh, Xbox, when they come out with their 3 or 4 games every generation, the Halo, Gears of War, shout out to Kid Smooth for the great song.
Oh, that's hilarious.
We got used to Xbox doing that. So it was like nothing to the Xbox fan to like only see 5 or 6 exclusives in the entire generation from Xbox. PlayStation, on the other hand, people bought. Remember what everybody tells us? Oh, you buy PlayStations for the exclusives.
Yeah, I
Even
know
though
where
I
you're
tell, so where's the exclusives now? The reason that we buy the PlayStation has always been about the best place to play because all the best games are here. Well, third-party games are there. Where's the first-party games? So that's what I'm saying. I just want to see PlayStation keep doing what they were doing in the past. They don't get a pass just because it's been 2 or 3 years since they had a good year where it's been like 5 or 6 games that they announced in one calendar year. Trust me, they announced a bunch of games with a PS5. We gave them all the credit in the world when they came out and they announced their PlayStation 5 and they had games like Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. They had the exclusives for Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo. They had, remember, everybody's like, Xbox ain't have a first party game that launched with the Xbox Series X. PlayStation had a whole launch year. So we gave them the credit for that. So now we go give them a pass when it's like, oh, we get one game a year.
I'm just trying to understand the mentality. That's all. I
That's
understand.
all we saying.
So just for clarity, I get it now. And the counter for people who are upset with you would say, so good third-party games don't mean anything on a platform because their lack of first-party exclusives is bringing the show down because of the fact that like there's nothing to. I bought this machine to do what you do exclusively and a reason to stay on this platform. And you're saying, well, those games are everywhere. Those games are on Xbox and those games are on PC. That takes points away. Is that correct?
As soon as we went to IGN and they put up the article, they do their thing, everything showed at the showcase, and you saw the captions at the bottom, coming to PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and all these things. You was like, oh, I ain't got to worry about that. It's coming to other platforms. So I don't even need a PlayStation to do it. So this all go. Hey, listen, everybody gets the smoke on that. Xbox wants to tell you. Xbox wants to tell you you don't need to have a
King
console.
will be loving you right now. Okay.
No, Xbox tells you don't need a console. So guess what? You play on PC, you play on PlayStation. Enjoy Indiana Jones. It came out on Valentine's Day for you guys. Enjoy Forza when it comes out this spring. Enjoy all those things. But also enjoy the fact that PlayStation is giving you one first-party game, like half a game a year.
Okay. All right.
And
No,
until-
fair enough. Fair
So
enough.
I
They
just
got
think-
no real. The problem is they got no real reason to improve that. Like they don't have to
True.
fight the They don't have to fight for marketing deals because clearly they're getting all of those now.
Yeah.
They don't have to fight for timed exclusives as much anymore because Microsoft's not going to fight for timed exclusives because they don't care about their hardware like that. They don't have to worry about their competition going out and buying stuff anymore because they know those games are going to be multi-plat. PlayStation has zero reason in this industry to compete. Zero.
Yeah. I mean, the console is selling like hotcakes. You saw them financial numbers?
But that's
Yeah.
also why I'll ask you guys, I asked Slow-Mo this during DPS. Shout out to you, Slow-Mo. You're probably out there listening. I asked him this. The fact that these consoles are flying off the shelf still with the lack of first-party production from them, do you think it's going to become a future where because you already heard what they said, they're still going to come out with first-party titles,
Right.
big blockbuster titles, but the cadence on it is going to be reduced. They're not
Right.
going to spend less on them. There's going to be less of
Less
the games.
of them, yeah. Like Hiroki said, like 2 a year, kind of
Like two a year. We ain't even got to that part yet.
Right,
We
right, right.
still sitting around one.
Yes.
Do we think that this focus around still selling these consoles and, like Attic said, not really having to do anything because of the it's not there? Do you think that's going to change their philosophy and say, hey, we could just lean into third party more and then take even more time to make these games?
Yeah, and your competition is giving the games to you. Which is
Which
the
they
other point that we haven't talked about, which is we all expected coming into this we would see at minimum a Forza Horizon 5 and an Age of Mythology games that have already been announced by the studios themselves coming to PlayStation, but PlayStation did not put that on the State of Play. So that's very interesting. What do you think about that?
Well, once again, Slow-Mo told me, he was like, why give your competitor any shine? I was like, well, Slow-Mo, they already killed themselves. PlayStation, Xbox, then already gave the games to them. I said, if I'm PlayStation, I would have been like, hey, here is all our third parties. And then when games like Forza pop, because guess what? I'll say it again, Forza is going to be the best racing game on the PlayStation. Bar none. There's no game like that over there. People say Need for Speed or The Crew. I'm sorry, as much as people on Xbox say this Forza was disappointing, people on PlayStation could be like, wow, where has this been?
Right. So don't promote that.
So I guess you're not going to support, you're not going to promote it. So I just think it's a
I mean, Xbox is like legitly showing the PlayStation logo on their own stage now.
That's a fact.
That's what I said.
You can't even watch an Xbox showcase without knowing it's coming to PlayStation. So it is what it is. Like, people wanted this. It's here, and that means there's zero.
Who wanted this?
That's what I see. People say this is the right move. So this is what happens when there's less competition in the industry. You see people start to not care about what the other people are doing because PlayStation was already doing that. But now they have zero reason to do anything because even back in the day when Xbox was still, buying studios and stuff, that was always leaning over their head. Oh, Microsoft's using bank money now. They're able to go out here and buy these publishers. This is what happens when there's no competition in the space. You have one or two people making all the decisions for the entire industry because everyone else has to get in line.
Interesting. Okay. All right. So let's get to you. I'm sorry.
Paris, tell me how I'm wrong. I'm kind of curious. Tell me how I'm wrong.
Oh, you had to bring him in. We had to bring. He going off.
Oh man,
He going off. Paris is he's not feeling.
I'm gonna send you. I'm
send him an invite. Send him a link.
And for
You
people
have to-
say, go ahead.
Because I just don't understand. Like, how is it? Someone has to explain to me how not having competition. How is that wrong? Like, I don't get that. How is not having competition good for the industry?
All right, so continue. So while we got that going on, we're for shout out to Paris in the chat. Look, it is very interesting that the perspective that's going. Actually, Attic, you want to get your balls off now, or you want to wait until Paris come in? And get your
I'll
balls
wait
off?
till Paris gets in here.
Oh, let me because somebody in the chat said Gran Turismo is still going to be better than Forza. I'm not saying that Forza Horizon is going to be better than Gran Turismo because Gran Turismo is a completely different game. Now, if Motorsport was going over there, then that's a fair comparison. I'm talking about there's no arcade racer like Forza Horizon on that system. And it's going to objectively be the best version because PlayStation doesn't make that type of game. So
it's a very unique.
That's all I was saying because it would be hyperbole to say that it's going to be better than Gran Turismo when Gran Turismo has been around for my entire life.
No doubt. Shout out to the homie Paris Lily in the chat. Mic check, sir.
Hey, what's going on?
All right, chilling, man. So I see you in there disagreeing with Addict.
Of course, I got to disagree with Addict.
All right, let's go, man. Let's go. Talk to me.
I want to make sure I'm being clear.
All right, let's go.
What the disagreement is.
Let's go.
You're saying, Addict, that with Xbox going with this multi-platform strategy and a less emphasis on console hardware, that's going to allow PlayStation to basically run unopposed with a lack of competition. So because of that, they are going to be less inclined to make more first-party games and innovate in the gaming space. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that they're going to be less inclined to go out there and not necessarily. Here's the thing: they have a certain cadence that they do. You know, they'll sit there and announce games years ahead of time. They've done it multiple times. But now they can keep stuff more close to the chest because their competition's not pulling up on them every 5 minutes. They don't have to come out there and announce a game that might get canceled or not. They can keep stuff close to the chest and not show games years in advance. They don't have to go out there and compete because there's nothing to compete with.
I don't disagree with that part of what you're saying, that I actually think it's a good thing to keep things closer to the vest, show things when they're closer to actually launching than years in advance. Like how many freaking years did we see The Last of Us and God of War, you know, in a showcase before it came out? So that I'm actually okay with. I know a lot of people are like, where's the roadmap and all that kind of stuff. We clearly know. They just canceled like 10 live service games. That's why you don't have a roadmap, because they're about to have a gap period where they got to realign their studios to get on another cadence again. I took what you said as this, that PlayStation was purposely going to stop making AAA games. Like there were going to be fewer and far in between. And I guess my pushback on that was going to be we've seen the revenue numbers and all that kind of stuff. You've heard what Shuhei has said. We've obviously seen what their new leadership has said. These games cost too freaking much to make. So you can't just keep throwing stuff at the wall and hope something sticks. All these gaming publishers are going to be less risk averse in the short term, because you can't keep spending $200 million on a game and then you're not getting a return on investment. They're not selling well. Obviously, they just had a huge one, probably the biggest in gaming history with Concord. So you're damn right, they're probably not going to be like, let's make sure the stuff that we do put out is going to be things that people want. We know it's going to get an attach rate to the hardware versus, you know, putting out something. This is why you're seeing remakes and stuff. That's why we're like, well, hey, we'll put Days Gone out remake, try and make some of that revenue back versus throwing a new IP out there that may not work. I mean, obviously they're about to do, what is it? I'm blanking, the Naughty Dog game.
Intergalactic, I believe.
Yeah, Intergalactic. Coming from a Naughty Dog. Okay, that's something you're probably you're okay with taking a risk on, because look at the pedigree of the studio that's making it, right? But you know, we just saw Fair Games got delayed. I mean, who the frick knows with Marathon? We will freaking see that. But I just think the industry as a whole is, whoa, let's slow down. Let's not do nothing crazy. I would say from a game standpoint, Xbox has already gone through what PlayStation is going through now, right? So we're starting to see the fruits of that labor, where now they got games on track that we know in the next couple of years are going to come back. But to your point, Addict, and I know I've been talking a lot, the fact that Xbox is putting all their games on PlayStation.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Of course, there's less incentive for them to, quote unquote, compete against Xbox. But I would also say the gaming landscape is changing, where PC and these PC handhelds, and obviously what Nintendo is going to be able to do with the Switch, are entering the fray. That no, PlayStation can't rest on their laurels, go, okay, we're good, we got this. Because who knows? All of a sudden, the Switch is already outselling everything from the previous generation anyways. Well, the Switch 2 does that with extended third-party support. So there's less incentive to continue to buy PlayStation hardware, because I can go get a Switch, or I can go get a Steam Deck, or maybe Xbox, this handheld they're coming out with, winds up being this amazing thing that people want to have. I mean, my big critique with PlayStation has been, in the past few years, is sure, People are buying their hardware. We see the numbers clearly.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody buying the damn games though.
So you
That's
talk
the
about
problem. And I'm
the
talking
third
the
party,
first party stuff.
first party stuff. Yeah.
Again, you can have a game of the year. I'm on record how much I love Astrobot. It's a damn shame to see the low sales numbers for that. You can take it back a few years with the Returnal, with the Ratchet and Clank, things like that. The numbers say people aren't buying them despite the quality of the games. It's not that these are bad games. These are games that you clearly want to go play.
Right.
But people aren't buying them. Why? That's the question PlayStation has to answer for their own internal studios.
No,
but I'll say one last thing, Adam.
No, and I got a question to follow up with that. Yeah, after that.
Yeah. I said it in the chat. What you guys were talking about before I came on sounds very familiar to what Xbox was doing with the Xbox One, because 360 sold like gangbusters, right? Everybody with 360, they came in peacocking into the next generation with the Xbox One. There was less emphasis on their own internal studios, right? Basically, we'll give you a Halo, we'll give you a Forza, we'll give you a Gears, and that's good enough. We'll rely on third party for everything else.
They only had 3.
In my opinion, one of the biggest reasons the 360 was so successful is because they had their posts on. It's not even just that. That really helped.
That was the main reason.
They had their posts on like the biggest games that they can lock down onto timed exclusive. They had Call of Duty the majority of the 360. They had Halo and Gears that was probably the icons of that entire generation. So they had all the cards.
You want to know unpopular opinion?
What?
Nintendo's the only platform that actually has a first party that people care about. Truly care about.
Currently.
Truly care. Because the biggest thing is it ultimately keeps coming back to like where Xbox and PlayStation are, though their numbers really stem off of which one becomes the most popular one. And when that date happens for people to migrate over, that's when you start seeing those numbers. Like I said, we haven't even really seen this generation's numbers balloon yet. Due to the fact that there's so many games that's still multi-platform across different ones. I think this year will be the first year, like I said earlier, with a bunch of games like GTA and stuff coming, it's going to make people make decisions on where they want to play their games at because they're not going to be available in other places. Whereas if you look at Nintendo, you buy Nintendo for those games and those people are very unapologetic for it. Right. Everybody else is basically, they don't care about the first. Like, yes, we care about the first party. That's why we're upset sometimes about the quality or the missing of those games, why we were giving Xbox such a hard time during the Xbox One generation, because they only literally for most of that generation had 3 first party studios because they just didn't see a benefit, like you just said, Paris. When it comes to that, PlayStation was the complete opposite of that. They had to really depend on their first party once they got past like 2011, 2013. And then you started seeing that ramp up throughout the PS4 generation. And now I remember when people were talking about them not being affected by COVID. I said, well, no, they just had games in development before it happened and they just had them ready to come out. But now you're seeing what COVID did to them. And then on top of that, the fact that they made that change over the live service and you're seeing all these cancellations. So they got hit double hard by it. Right. But I'm still not going to give them a pass for the fact that, just because you made this decision, we still bought your console for these reasons. Like we bought it I bought mine for God of War. There's people that bought a PlayStation to play the next Last of Us game or something like Factions or, another Killzone game. I mean, Guerrilla doesn't even make those no more right now because all they do is just make Horizon stuff. So they just have a lot of IP that they're either not talking about, not making. And I think the whole Days Gone conversation about that being a remaster, I think that is a game that probably got born out of the fact of necessity because they're looking at it like, we got to cancel all of these games. And we got to have something. So what can we bring that we can remaster over that can hold people over?
And I do think you can make an argument. The reasons that they feel comfortable doing this coasting thing is because they don't feel like they have to go out there and compete on that kind of level. They don't have to feel like they have to go out there and risk more money on no return because they just spent so much money because the odds of anything coming to make them feel like they're being pressured in the console market is almost none. Switch is there, but it's not there at the same time. We've said for the longest time they're on their own lane, and it used to be Xbox and PlayStation, but now PlayStation and Xbox are kind of like, you know, merged when it comes to games. So now it's PlayStation's getting the majority of the marketing rights, so you're going to see that brand everywhere, which is going to lead to less selling on Xboxes and more selling on PlayStations. And it's just that's just how I feel about the matter. Like, everything's about competition.
Let me ask this question. This is a huge what if, right? I'm doing a Beacom yoga stretch. With this. I'm saying this up front, okay? So don't be cooking me in the chat, because this is a huge what if. Now, you know, obviously we've asked Phil Spencer in recent times a question about, all right, you putting all these games on PlayStation, why the hell am I buying an Xbox?
Great question.
He said they're going to do something very innovative, right? Okay, let's just take him at his word for now. They do something extremely innovative with their hardware. I'm sure the handheld plays into this, all of that, right? We see the lineup of games they got coming over the next few years. We see all the studios they have pumping out games over the next few years. He's made it clear these games will show up on other platforms. Nobody's arguing that. Right. Now I'm going to go by what Attic is saying. If Attic is saying, well, PlayStation has less incentive to basically pump out these games, then I look over at Xbox. Damn, I can play all the Xbox games over here. This hardware is doing something super dope that I really like. Say it's a handheld or whatever, right? I got Game Pass on there. I'm getting all these values out of this particular hardware, plus all these games. And really, the only reason I would buy a PlayStation is because Last of Us 4,
right,
or God of War. Like, in other words, you're not giving me enough exclusive games to make it worth me spending the $600 or $700 for that PlayStation, when I might as well just spend it $600 or $700 on this Xbox, and I get all the Xbox stuff, and I'm getting all the third-party stuff along with all their services. Again, I know this is a stretch because that's not reality. Right. I get it, but to the point of what Attic is saying, I don't think PlayStation can rest on their laurels. I don't. I think you need to put your foot on their neck, if anything, going to the next generation, and make it without a shadow of a doubt. Our hardware is preferred hardware, not only for exclusives, but look at all these other things we're doing. You get this murderer row of exclusive games. Right. I mean, you're getting all the Xbox games, the indies, third party, and our hardware is dope too.
No, I get that.
If I was there, that's what I would do.
No, I get that. I'll jump in real quick because I understand where you're going. I understand where Attic is going. I think the point of concern that I think is legitimate. I understand when Phil makes a statement and saying, hey, we're going to do something innovative and differentiating, and that, you know, should draw appeal to, you know, you're the biggest publisher and you've got this great service. But I think it is a point to be made to say, okay, because the games are going everywhere and because they're going on Nintendo Switch and because they're going on PlayStation, what is the incentive to now get newer Xbox hardware when you're basically pushing the base to say, hey, play wherever you want to play? And I don't think that strategy is necessarily wrong, right? I think that because of the generation that they quote unquote lost with Xbox One, right, and the PS4, right, digital libraries established. And I think it's safe to say Xbox has had good games, but people are like, hey, we are good where we are. And now that we got a Sea of Thieves, oh, wow, this is amazing. Meanwhile, like at the time, they weren't willing to buy an Xbox for it, right? So I think the question for me, and again, crystal ball, we can't predict the future. I'm with you, Paris. Like, I don't know how this is going to play out. But I think it is safe to say, like, okay, what is going to incent, because the hardware numbers are, we see the financial reports and they're going down, like as much as they go. And we understand that's just one aspect of the business and services and so on and so forth. But I think it's safe to say, like, okay, what's the incentive to say, hey, I'm going to pick this ecosystem and still do well with hardware over the others? And I think that's where people who love Xbox hardware are still a little trepidatious. You know, we know that they're making one, right? Because people are like, yo, that's it, they're third-party publisher. But they're in this unique situation where they're putting their games everywhere, but they still have we've never seen this before because it's unlike Sega.
We haven't, and I'd even quote tweeted Paul Tassi because, you know, he was bringing up about we got to stop asking Phil the same questions over and over in these interviews, which I do agree. I mean, because we know now they're telling us they're putting in multi-platform, they're making hardware. I get it, and I also said in there, I'm like, look, we don't know. This is uncharted territory. Yeah. We've never seen someone be multi-platform and still say we're going to make hardware at the same time. Look, Do I think it's going to work? I lean towards no. That's just being upfront.
Okay.
Prove me wrong. They're literally in the prove me wrong phase.
Oh,
They
I
gotta
would love
prove-
if they proved me wrong. Oh my God, I would do backflips. I can't do backflips, but I
But
would.
here's the one thing I will say.
Go
is
for it,
that,
go for
you
it.
know, is the thing that I know I would get day one if they make is the handheld.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If it's an Xbox, not a PC handheld.
Not a PC,
an
yeah.
Xbox.
Facts. I need that
It
UI.
does
Facts.
It does everything my Xbox does. It sits under my TV. If they can pull that off,
I agree.
I'm buying it.
Okay.
That I would buy. Maybe that is what they're talking about, but we obviously won't know. I'll say this too. They need to start talking about it this year.
I would love that.
Not that it's coming out this year, not that it's even coming out in 2026.
Yeah.
Just start talking about it. Kind of let us know where you're headed with this. Again, is it open? Can I put Steam on it and all that? Because then maybe that's a thing of, hey, if you don't mind waiting until the PlayStation game's on Steam, you could just play it that way,
Play it
right?
over there.
You know,
Yeah,
they
no,
could-
facts. You have
I
this
don't know.
open storefront. Again, that's uncharted territory, right? A world where you have an Epic Game Store, you have a Steam storefront on an Xbox handheld device. It's pretty interesting to me.
I do talk to people
Can I say something smart ass to your chat real quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, go for
I'm
it.
already
I go
a
on them
PlayStation
every day.
Yeah, I'm already a PlayStation content creator because I'm a content creator for all games. Y'all better check the resume.
Check the resume. Check the stats. Real quick, I do got to ask you this before Attic, I give it right. I got to ask Paris this though. Back to the state of play. Like the point of contention for a lot of people, including Forte, is, you know, when you see a showcase like this, where historically PlayStation first party has been front and center, right? To Forte's defense, that has been the environment they have cultivated over the years, where they say, you watch our showcases, greatness, PlayStation exclusive, only play on PlayStation, and the majority of the showcase is not that. And then you have another side of people that say, yo, but look how many great games were shown despite that they were third party. I can't say that's a bad showcase. Like, what say you, Paris, for a lot of people who are disappointed with this showing in State of Play?
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. Like you said, the games are fine. I had no issue with any of the games that we saw. I think the disappointment is, again, the lack of people want to know what's next for PlayStation, and you're not seeing a lot of that. We know Ghost, obviously. Now we know I'm blanking on the name. The House
Mark. Oh yeah. What is
Yeah.
that?
Sorry.
Yeah,
I always
thank you.
I butcher it too. Yeah.
Something with an
I
F.
think
Yeah, some of
I
that.
think people want to know more. People like, I keep bringing up Marathon. What's up with Marathon? Is that coming this year? Is it next year? Are you going to show it? What, like all that?
I think
just
you'll see it
people want answers.
Right.
And that's where the frustration comes in, where sure, you showed us a bunch of great third party stuff, but what about your stuff? When are we going to see your stuff? And I think Grubb said potentially this summer, which would make sense. Okay, fine.
I just love that he's speaking the truth right now. That's all
You good, Addy? Get your balls off.
That's literally what it is.
Get your balls off, Addy. And then we move on with my point with this one. I interrupted you, Addy.
Oh, you talking about a PlayStation showcase? Here's the thing. Well, State of Play.
Yeah.
I guess I was the only one that was like, yo, this sucker says State of Play. I go into these State of Plays with like the bare essentials. Like I look at these State of Plays as like we got some marketing deals that we actually legally obligated to show you at this point. So we're gonna throw them all together and do one show with them. Until they say the word showcase, I don't expect like a vast majority of these games to be PlayStation games, because we've never gotten that. There's not been one State of Play that's dropped release after release after release in terms of their games. Now they might drop one or two occasionally, and most of the time they don't even do that. So it's just like I never, in any way, shape, or form, went into that State of Play expecting what's Naughty Dog's next game, or you know, I'm not. That's a bad example because they already showed that.
Yeah.
But you guys get what I'm saying. What's Saint Monica's best game they're showing? I went into this expecting an announcement, something of PlayStation, and a bunch of third party stuff. So my expectations was right there on the money because. We've seen that. We can literally go back and look at the
internet said I'm supposed to see all the Xbox games, and they're supposed to show the secret showcase. The internet told me I was supposed to get ready.
Get ready for what?
They said it's supposed to be crazy. That's what the internet said. They said, yo, it's about to go down. And we're going to see Hellblade 2.
No, it's going down. Just not at the State of Play.
No, and the funny thing is,
it's not at the State of Play.
So
here's the thing, though. the way that the industry is now, it don't surprise me when I see. The moment I saw the Outer Worlds 2 not only show up on an Xbox stage, but have the PlayStation logo, anything's on the table. So I don't blame anyone for saying we're going to see Hellblade, Gears, Forza, Halo, all of them going to be at this. Now, I was leaning more towards these games wouldn't be there, and I was talking to Cog because, in my personal opinion, if Forza was maybe a Hellblade 2 because that wasn't announced, but they just announced Forza and Age of Empire. And to me, you could have just showed them on the stage if you wanted to. Like you didn't have to just like add those before the showcase. You could have easily put them on the showcase. So to me, if you're not going to take the state of play and you're gonna announce Forza on that. Now we don't know why they didn't put Forza there. I don't know if it was a PlayStation thing, an Xbox thing, but the fact that game wasn't there when it could have been easily there means that there's something else going behind the scenes on these games being shown on a PlayStation stage.
So there is something there.
I have a theory.
All right, let's go. Y'all want to hear this? Please.
I want to hear this.
Why are Xbox games being shown at the Sony Showcase? What's going on?
I think Xbox is slowly easing us into the new reality.
Okay.
And with that, I don't think legacy games now being ported are going to be the first ones that you see show up on a PlayStation show. I'm gonna tell you what the first potential game could be. All right, let's go. And people are gonna lose their freaking minds when it happens.
We doing that? What we doing, Paris? Be careful.
Fable, day and date.
Addy, you tuning in?
Happening. No, I told you I've accepted it.
Day and date.
To me.
All right, so
you accepted.
But here's the
everything.
All right, everything. Slate.
And the reason I say Fable is because again the pretend land again. Don't kill me, chat. Pretend land.
Pretend land.
Xbox going to do their showcase.
Right.
We're going to see it'll probably be the dev direct after because that'll be a big game.
Right.
Makes sense. Let's just say PlayStation does something in July. They're going to because the PS5 logo will be at the Xbox showcase, so we'll know right then.
You know what they're going to do, parents? They're going to show the release date on the PlayStation stage.
Well, they go Indiana Jones, and by the way, Xbox guys, you've been waiting for the date, but here it is. On the PlayStation stage.
I got another great announcement for
That's
you.
what we doing. We ain't even gonna give the Xbox base the benefit of the doubt of getting their release date first.
Look,
one punk man said, "Why is Avowed not day and date?" Because at the time, Obsidian wasn't prepared to do multiple games.
Yeah, exactly.
Continue, Brad.
Look, as the great Anthony Mackie just said in his movie, it's a brave new world.
It's a brave new world. All right. True. I agree that at some point, obviously we're in this crazy timeline, right? We're in this crazy timeline of the multiverse where Xbox games is going everywhere. But I guess the question then is, why, since Playground has already announced, hey guys, get your convoy ready, invite PlayStation 5 users over, we're bringing it over to PlayStation 5. Then we got Age of, they boom, coming into PlayStation. These are two games that we know as of right now coming to the platform. I'm just curious as to your thought process or as to who is saying, let's not show that at a state of play right now. Is it Sony themselves saying, hey, we don't want to give light to Xbox games on our showcase, or is it Microsoft right now? I'm just curious what's your thought process?
I think it's Microsoft.
Yeah, I think
really?
I think there's zero reason for PlayStation to go up there and be like, I got your girl.
Exactly.
I mean, but Nintendo out here like, bro, Pentiment.
The relationship with them is different, though. It's on a completely different level between.
So they got an open relationship. They fine with sharing.
No, they gave them Banjo like 10 years ago. So,
but Cog, I'll throw it back at you.
Let's go.
So, do you not think in April we're not going to see Xbox games at the Switch reveal?
No, for sure. I'm with you there. I think I agree. I agree with the Nintendo thing. I think that the Nintendo thing is. I'll let you finish. No.
I was just making a bad joke. I was going to say I won't be shocked to see Phil Spencer in the damn video.
He gonna pull up. Phil Spencer has come by to show you. Watch the Master Chief.
It's going to be worse, man. He's going to have like a shirt with like a Master Chief collection on the front, and Phil's going to turn around and there's going to be a PlayStation logo, and it's on PlayStation.
All right, I agree. I don't know if Phil going to do all that. I don't know if Phil going to do all that. But it's definitely a joke. That was hilarious. But I do agree with both of you that Nintendo will be the buffer to get a lot of these announcements out. Because for whatever reason, because whether it's high performance console or whatever, a lot of Xbox fans do, for whatever reason, don't care as much with it. But they clearly claim with it Sony. But where I disagree with both of you is I think Sony is not ready to allow that on their stage. I personally think that they look at, as much as Xbox has capitulated, they have changed their strategy to a we are where you are. This is an Xbox. There's a part of me that feels that Xbox, they still look at those titles as a threat to their first party or whatever things they have going on. And it's okay for them to announce it. But I think they're like, we ain't ready for you on that stage, bro. We still treating you like the ops, even though you've waved the white flag, so to speak. That's just my theory. I could be wrong. Look, I will say, I'll give it this to you, Paris. Man, how crazy would it be to see a Fable at a State of the Play, or see, a Halo match announced at the? It would be a wild time.
Hey, Paris, King is convinced that the Outer Worlds 2 is a timed exclusive, and they just ain't told us yet.
King also thinks they're not making a PlayStation 6, so do with that as you will.
Well, I'll defend King. King said, as of right now, he didn't announce a PlayStation 6.
He going down with the ship, Paris. He going down with the ship.
So there is no PlayStation 6 until PlayStation tells me there's a PlayStation 6.
There's going to be a PlayStation 6, but there's going to be an Xbox app on it.
Look, King's still fighting the Outer Worlds 2 announcement. Like, he don't think that's going to be day and day.
That's what I said.
We love you, King. We love you, cuz
that thing is day and day.
Look,
the fact that they put that on the trailer.
Do I think that Microsoft should use Fable to help elevate some form of hardware sales this holiday? Yes. Do I think they're going to do it? Probably not.
Nah, it's a fun one, man. I had to get you up in it. That was hilarious. But yeah, that's pretty much, you guys already said the points I said. It is interesting. I just look at it in a situation where, look, if you look at it from a pure games perspective, yes, they had a ton of games. A lot of stuff is marketing rights, third-party announcements, stuff like that. I get that. And if you're looking at it from a standpoint of, hey, I look at these shows to see what Sony's first party is doing, I could see how somebody's going to be disappointed. But the thing is, they better prepare themselves, as Paris was saying, like, this is kind of a new normal in the sense that now that we have the data of 10 to 12 live service games canceled, right? And a lot of these studios are on reboot. You are not getting a first party title until PS6 for a lot of these guys.
Am I still freezing on your end?
Oh, you back? You back like you never left?
For now,
for now,
15 seconds.
For a whole 15
Tell
seconds.
me if I freeze again.
But I will say that though, to your point about that. That's why when Microsoft and Xbox purchased all these studios back in 2020, I told people, I was like, listen, these games gonna be a while. You talking about Obsidian had just released Outer Worlds at that time. Yeah. And like pretty much every studio they purchased literally was releasing a game within that year. So that turnaround was good. So just think we're finally getting to the point where Avowed had just released, and that was over 4 years ago. So just think that's why I said just think where PlayStation is with a lot of their studios. That's why I think Shuei coming out talking about, that's why they're doing remasters and stuff. I think is a little bit more to that due to the fact that they said, listen, they knew almost a year ago probably that they were going to have to make decisions on canceling a lot of these live service games. So they started spinning up a lot of this stuff back then, and I think that's why everybody keeps saying this isn't the end. You're going to see way more than you saw of that, in the future.
Absolutely.
No, every week I feel like I'm making a video on another game going. Like, look, at the end of the day, this is the new norm, and if you don't like it, get off the train.
Yeah, no, this is definitely what it is. And the last point I'll add, and I'll let Paris go if he's going to get more balls off, was that we are so used to the Sony money hat exclusive also to kind of buffer. And I'm not saying that that's not going to happen, but it's going to be less because we're seeing third-party developers like the Squares, like the Crimson Day, and say, hey, I was even surprised to see that Tides of Annihilation coming on Xbox. When I saw that game, I was like, oh, that's a Sony.
And I think some of that has to do with PlayStation probably won't feel the pressure to go out and money hat stuff.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's the fact that the developers are saying, look, that's nice that you think you're going to give me a bag. That is not superseding the PC and Xbox combination of sales that I'm missing out by just money handing it just to you. We've seen that developers Square themselves. They can't wait to talk about how much they're going to put Final Fantasy VII everywhere. So this is still a situation where it's just like we're in a different time period. And that's why it's going to look different for a lot of Sony fans to say, hey, I'm going to get nothing but exclusive stuff here. When, what was it, like at least 25 or the 28 or whatever the percentage was, we're all going to Xbox and PC. That's unprecedented. We've never seen that from a Sony State of Play in the showcase. That's the part that's a little different is what I'm saying.
So if I could jump in on that part, because you actually touched on something I was going to say with Square. So a couple things. Let's back up a second. So you got to look at it this way with PlayStation. You had the PSVR 2. Underperformed. You had to cancel all those live service games, right? You then had a Concord situation. You can't. There's going to be a gap. There just is. It's common sense. It's logic to say, all right. To your point, a lot of these studios are going to have to reboot, which means there's going to be a gap in some of these games. To your point, probably a lot of them may come to PlayStation 6 at this point, but when you talk about Square, look, I remember someone about exactly a year ago was saying, hey, I think it's criminal that this game ain't on Xbox and PC. And boy, oh boy, people got mad at me for that, right? Yeah. And in less than a year, you got Phil Spencer holding hands with the president.
With the president. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, I'm with you.
Skinning and grinning, just cheesing, and they, like you said, they can't wait to tell everybody how all these Final Fantasy games going everywhere.
And mentioning Xbox specific, not to go at on my man Malice in the chat, Mally in the chat. He's like, PC sure, but Xbox no. No, they want, what is it, 30-something, how many Xbox are 36 million or whatever it is? They would like their games on 36 million of people.
And that was my point. That was my point a year ago when I was saying this, because not everybody has a PlayStation, so you are missing out on people getting, number one, to experience your game, but more importantly, for a company buying your game. Clearly, the deal they made with PlayStation and the sales numbers did not reflect the deal being worth it. So now, put it on PC, put it on Xbox, and probably Switch too.
Yeah, I think you'll see them less money hat stuff like that, but there's plenty of AA people that can't publish their own games that they're easily going to be able to scoop those up, like the Stellar Blade,
because there's a financial incentive for them to take the bag up.
Exactly. When you're smaller, I could see that, but
again, I think Square Enix's biggest thing is, I don't think they cared about not necessarily only release on PlayStation. They didn't like the fact that especially they couldn't release on Switch and PC. Like those are the two biggest platforms that they were missing. Because Xbox, we buy their games, but I'm sure in the pie it's smaller than the other ones. But that PC, like they've been selling over there on PC, and they're tired of like PlayStation be like, no, you ain't selling nowhere but us, no one else.
We saw that developer. What was it, Crimson Desert? Them guys were like, hey, they literally admitted we denied a Sony exclusive bag because of what we would lose out on PC, what we lose out on Xbox and other places.
Sky.
Yeah, whatever the choice is. But
and that was a good game. That would have been devastating if that would have got locked back. And then it just shows like the stuff happens. People act like PlayStation doesn't do that stuff. Like they do it all the time. For every one we hear about, there's probably 10 that they pitched and didn't get.
Yeah. That's it. That's all right. I want to get my balls if we beat this thing to death. I just wanted to talk about the state of play and all that goodness right there.
You can stick around for the SouthOfMidnight actually, if you want to.
If you want to, I would love to get you for SouthOfMidnight unless you have to go. I would love to get your parents for SouthOfMidnight.
I am going to recuse myself from SouthOfMidnight.
Fair enough, brother. Anyway,
other than to say, my opinions are pretty well known about it, and I'll leave it at that.
Fair enough.
As I get out of here, I'll just say real quick. Obviously, love y'all to death.
Always love, brother.
Someone said that I've been chat hoeing lately, and it's true because I've been sick. So I ain't got nothing else to do. So yeah, I have been chat hoeing. I've been watching a lot of stuff. But nah, man, I like being in the chat. I like conversing with all y'all. I just like the gaming community, man. I like everything y'all stand for. And just, I mean, it's just been a crazy month with all this different news and stuff going. So I get people's emotions and opinions are heightened right now. But at the end of the day, man, we getting a bunch of dope games, and that's all that really matters. Wherever you decide to play, because it is a brave new world.
I was even saying, like, I see a couple more Ori 3 things where, we're potentially getting an Ori 3
I'm all for this.
Multi-platform port. Stuff like that.
Bro,
I'm
see what Thomas
more
Smaller said.
accepting if you actually show me what I gain and not what I lose.
As like we said, I use this old example, Paris, in terms of Infinity War and the Endgame stuff. And remember when Doctor Strange gave the time stone?
I have to interject because I want this on wax because I'm sure Clute is out there and he can respond to this. There is someone in your chat saying my opinions are known, down with whatever Xbox does, LOL. I will let you know, good sir or madam, that again, Google me. Like Shaq says, Google me. I cover everything. If I'm so down with what Xbox says, how come I cover everything that PlayStation does? How come I cover every third-party game? How come I cover every indie game? How come I've hosted multiple events? How come I cover stuff with NVIDIA? How come I do stuff with Samsung? If it's all about Xbox for me, how come I seem to have an opinion on everyone, good or bad? Not to mention, everybody tried to cook me in December because I ain't like Indiana Jones.
Yes, I remember that. I was mad at you too.
What's up with that?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. So you do. So you imply that you do go against the grain. That you have different opinions.
No, but the reason I bring that up, and I'm half joking because really I don't care. I just thought it was funny to be able to say it. In that people love the streets. People love to paint a narrative about people because they don't agree with a certain opinion, and they do very little research on said person other than I associate you with this, so that means that's all you care about. Hey, as Charlie Murphy loves to say, wrong. Google me. That's all I'm saying.
I respect
That's
it.
all I'm saying.
It happens, but I know exactly what you mean, and I definitely appreciate your perspective, differing perspective that a lot of people don't realize. And where can the find people find? Shout out to the Gamer Tech. Shout out to you. Shout out to the amazing Phil Spencer interview. It was super dope to see you guys get that popping.
Yeah, I want to really I want to shout you out for press and Phil a little bit.
Yes, you had the realest question.
People don't realize it ain't easy to do.
It's not. If you give me a little bit of grace, I want to say this about that too. And it's not just the interview we did; it's what Xbox Era did, it's what Destin did, and obviously other people throughout the years have done. When you're talking to a CEO, I don't care if you agree with them or not. There's a certain level of respect that you should have about the conversation at all times as an interviewer, right? Yeah. Ask a tough question, of course, but do it in a respectful way. I mean, people that literally wanted us to strap Phil into a chair and just shine a light in his face the whole time and yell at him, that's not what you do. Right. You again, number one, he didn't come on to be grilled. He came on to celebrate 20 years of Gamertag Radio, right? That's what we did. Factual. But then at the same time, of course, I know there's a responsibility that there's certain questions that should be asked. Yes. You do them in a respectful way. That is why I asked the question that I did, and then his answer prompted my follow-up to say, well, then why am I buying an Xbox now?
I love that question, by the way.
There's nothing that is being respectful of who the title he is and the person he is to say, I get all the things that you're telling me, but at the same time, if I'm your consumer, your customer, why am I buying your hardware if I can play it on your competition? And then he gave his answer. Look, whether you like the answer or not, that is the answer that he gave. And you move forward from there. Just like obviously what John and those guys did yesterday. Yes. Asking him about that. You asked the question. Destin asked the questions. You may not like the answers, but he asked the question. And then one last thing on this, because people was given, all of us a lot of crap about, well, you didn't ask about like Black Myth Wukong as an example. And this is where I will say as an interviewer, let's go. Do your research about, has he answered this question previously?
Already, right.
And he did in November of 2024. He was asked and he answered it. He says, I do know why it's not on Xbox. I'm not telling you. So me asking that question 2 months later, he's going to say, I know, but I'm not going to tell you. So that's a waste of time in that regard. So I get people, people get upset. People don't like the change that's happening. It's weird. I don't 100% agree with it. Like I said, it's a brave new world, whatever. But it's happening.
It's happening.
So you either accept it or you don't. Number one, and nothing me yelling at Phil Spencer
isn't
going to change the fact that you're going to play Forza Horizon 5 on PlayStation 5. It's just going to happen.
You know what, Paris? You should have asked him when that GTA 6 is launched. That's what you should have asked.
Messy, yo,
Paris. You know what though?
What's up?
I bet he knows.
Of course.
Like,
Oh yeah, he definitely knows. Yeah, he definitely. Here's the thing: comes down to it. You can ask Cog every time we talk about having these, certain people on the show, and they're around certain things that's going on the internet. Me and Cog are very blunt. Like, look, we gotta ask it. You can PR speak around it. But we gotta ask it.
Of course. And even I love the way he prefaced it. He was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get killed, but I gotta ask you this." You know what I'm saying? And he did it in a respectful way, and he got the answer, and that's it. That's all you could do as a person who's interviewing a CEO on a platform. And we love how you guys handle it. Again, salute to you, salute to everything that you got going on, brother. Always a pleasure talking to you. You already know. Summertime, we're gonna see you, man.
Yeah,
we look like we're gonna be pulling up, so we're gonna see you in the summer.
But real quick, between me and Cog, there was an individual. There was something serious going on.
Yeah.
And the PR company kind of pushed us against asking it. And we start responding because it's like, look, we rather you have on than people say, well, you didn't ask the question. Because it was big. It was a big. I'm not going to say what scenario it was.
I remember.
And then we had to go back to the table and be like, look, we have to ask this. You can do what you want with the question, but we have to ask it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And if I could set the record on this too, clip this because I know you're there.
Let's go. Clip that.
Xbox has never, ever in the almost 20 years I've been doing this, ever said you can't ask this. Or what are you going to ask in advance? They've never done that. Because again, there's that conspiracy theory. There's only certain things you can ask. No, we just like when he was on Kind of Funny. We got to ask whatever we wanted.
Nice.
I can't say we've had the same experience.
No, but he's speaking from his experience.
I understand that there are certain companies out there that will potentially do that, but I will just say for me, I can't speak for everyone.
You can't speak for everyone. You're speaking for yourself.
If someone tried to censor us on something, then no, then why are we doing the interview then? If it's something truly important, I've had an instance where, hey, there's a personal thing, like, hey, can you not ask this personal thing? Because again, that's not what the interview is about anyways. That I understand. But as far as the talking about the game or whatever, no one's ever said, well, you can't ask this.
Gaming related, I've never seen a company do it. Gaming related, I've never seen a company do it.
Fair enough. All right, brother. Well, enjoy your Sunday, man. Feel better, bro. For real.
No, I appreciate it, man.
Feel better. Start making content.
Yeah,
I'll meet you up Monday.
Let me say this real quick. Boy, Addict be in my DMs on my neck, boy.
Yo, where that video at, bro?
Yeah, where the video?
He got the mask, the Inquisitor's mask, and the Heartsteel collection. I sent him a message, and I sent him that Pikachu meme. I was like, "This was a video, Paris. This is an easy 5-10 minute video." And he's like, "Man, I'm sick. Okay, but." You're going to be unsick eventually. And I expect you.
I am. And I'll say this one last thing as I get out of here.
What's up?
To your point about the summer, I look forward to seeing all y'all at Summer Game Fest.
Yes.
Hang like we did last time. It's going to be great. Yes. And I encourage anybody that's watching and listening to this now, if you have the means, come to LA, come to Summer Game Fest, because that's what all of this is about, is the in-person stuff. You can flap your lips all you want online. Flap your lips in person. And not in a fun way.
In a fun way. We're non-threatening way.
Minecraft.
Paris Lily, the man. Salute. Appreciate you, brother.
Y'all have a good rest of the show.
You too, bro.
You
already know. Let's get a couple of these super chats popping.
There's a lot of them.
Yeah, we got to get this going because there's been a lot of them. Ooh,
Game was rigged from the start.
What we got?
Sega yawning face, yawning face, yawning face, yawning face, yawning face,
Damn!
yawning face, 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 yawning face.
Donna Taco!
Just know that Sonic Racing Crossworld's getting washed by MK10. And MK looks graphically better than Crossworlds on PS5 yawning face.
Damn, he Mario Kart going hard in the paint.
MK9 and Sonic look sick. Don. Both can be good.
Okay, I see it's the racing games going at it. Salute RK and Donna Tackle battling between Sonic and MK. Salute. What else
They're
we got?
funny, man. That yawning face is
That yawning face is hilarious. Ooh. Ooh,
Shout
fight.
out to third-party devs no longer accepting deals that exclude them from PC. Everything shown day 1% except Seros. Hashtag state of PC.
Y'all messy. I see what you're doing. Salute to you, Artie. Ooh, new sales.
For people that want games, it's a good show.
Robert
If they
Kelly.
want first-party games, it's a mid-show. Sony's own fault, though not setting up expectations.
That's a good point, though. I got to give Arcade that. Proper expectation could have helped that. For sure. We got a bunch. Yo, you and these
I
sound
love
effects.
Bungie, Halo, and Destiny. Forte, I agree with you. The people that made Bungie a household name are all gone. I'm very skeptical of Marathon M.
Facts.
The Liz is skeptical.
This has nothing to do with Bungie to me.
Make it rain, Bruno Ramos Diaz.
Can someone tell me what that's off of?
PlayStation sells a lot because a lot of people buy it for FIFA, Madden, and COD previously. Those people don't
Well,
purchase
you can tell me
exclusives
what
for
that's off
casual
of.
players.
Yeah,
Video games mean PlayStation.
I agree. Ooh, another 10. Let's go.
Is Forte just ignoring that Sony has always went hard for third party? Hogwarts Legacy also had its own state of play, and look how that turned out for their console sales.
I remember that one.
I do remember that one.
Cool.
It's just very, very far in between.
Yep.
Please stop saying they don't care, that's cap.
Forza Legend. All right, Forza Legend.
Talking about the hardware, I guess.
I don't remember. Uh-oh. What else we got? What's the next sound effect we got? 'Cause we got a bunch.
Yeah, there's a few. I think we had.
What are you buying?
What are you buying? The Liz.
Forte sounding like Rick James on Chappelle's Show with games being on all consoles and PC. I'm multiplat. Enjoy yourself.
Messy.
What are you buying?
What are you buying?
What
I
are
love
you
that sound.
buying?
Any thoughts on Phil saying, I'm not trying to move them all over to Xbox anymore, and that they will market all consoles in their
I'll
showcases?
pause it real quick.
Yeah, definitely.
Any thoughts?
Yeah,
I'm not trying to move.
No surprises at all. They're at the point now where you love your ecosystem and that's where you want to stay, then that's where the game gonna go at. So
Yeah, I
yeah, no
agree.
surprise.
What are you buying?
Phil's been doing a good job telling PS users why they need to buy their games and is yet to tell Xbox users why they should invest in their ecosystem.
I think that's fair.
If that's where you want to play,
Yeah.
I guess that's where you want to
That's
play.
fair, and then it's gonna be their job to convince on the hardware for sure.
What are you buying?
How would MS shareholders take it if Xbox wasn't getting their cut from third-party games due to fewer and fewer people buying games in their stores?
Well,
I think at this point,
they
the
get
hardware is
70% though.
already down.
Yeah.
So it's get 70% off of the games
off the
and get
games.
nothing
What
off
are
of
you
anything.
buying?
Facts. Oh,
My
make it
PS5
rain.
is a streaming box these days because since November, Game Pass is Wild, COD, Indiana Jones, Stalker, now Avowed, then Expedition 33,
Facts.
then Doom the Dark Ages. If you don't own a current general system, Xbox is a hell of a deal.
Factual. Thanks for making it rain, Bruno
it is.
viewers.
It's-
That's for
it's
making it rain.
definitely-
Take King taking them glizzy to the face for that, for sure. For sure, 51. That's
Buddy.
Man, we
it's a-
$25 away from 500, man.
Oh, it's a
It's
wrap.
500.
Oh, we gotta
What are
get him
you
there.
buying?
We forget that the parent companies of PlayStation and Xbox have different DNAs. Sony has been an electronics company from its inception, and Microsoft has been a software company from its inception.
Fact. No, that's a fact.
Yeah,
Shout
but
out to-
they make
yeah.
good hardware too.
Yeah,
Like,
they
we
do.
can't say Xbox hasn't made good hardware.
The Liz 22 member for 48 months. Hit that like button. Just want to make sure I didn't miss any other member chats on that one. Salute.
Yeah. OG, he still has to eat the glizzy. I don't want you thinking you have to drop 100. King is taking that to the face.
Oh, yeah,
we would
straight to the
definitely
face.
love the 100, but King is still taking that to the face with
All the
or
way.
without the 100.
Facts. And he got a hole a
And he's
grown
not
man's
here
shoulder.
to tell me pause. No pause. He's taking it
no
to the
pause.
face.
Yep. And remember, he got to look another man in his eye. While he take
And
the
what
glizzy.
we're gonna do is next week is gonna be mine, and then the week after that's gonna be Cog,
Right.
and then the week after that we're gonna do all of them and show all the videos, and I'm gonna.
Chill. One Pump Man is a little too thick. What's going on? Take your shirts off. What's going on, One Pump Man? What podcast are you turning into, sir? OG's like, yo, OG trying to do it. OG trying to get the glizzy joint done. You ain't see?
Nah, the glizzy. The
how far are we
Glizzies
back?
have already been. No, it's already done.
Oh, it's
Like,
done. We bet it.
Yeah, he C-Dubs did it the moment he popped that 200.
Yes. All right, so we did that. All right, cool.
It's already in. It's over. Like
All right, final-
he's taking that to the face. You
To
know,
the face. Remember, the grown man got to grab a man's shoulder.
maybe
Look at
another
him.
100. He'll take 2 to the face. I don't know.
Yo.
Let's see.
Anyway, look, let's get to this last topic. South of Midnight. Shout out to Compulsion Games. Shout out to Xbox. We had the pleasure. I wish Kate was here for this one, and of actually going, talking to the studio, interviewing them. We have a great, fantastic interview up with Guillaume Provost, the CEO of Compulsion, kind of talking the journey as a studio from Contrast to We Happy Few all the way, to South of Midnight. And then obviously we had the actual gameplay interview with the game director and art director, Jasmine Roy and Whitney Clayton. Absolutely phenomenal interview. And also on the record, the Lord's got a chance to play one stage. It was one stage of South of Midnight. I believe it was stage 3 in the game. Got a chance. So like I said, I gave my impressions a little bit. For those who missed it, go check it out. I really enjoyed the preview. I think it's if this one level is indicative of what they have to show, this could be special. Now, I still have some questions. So I have some things. They're not all the way out of the woods yet. I will say that the music is phenomenal. The platforming really impressed me way more than I thought it was. Double jumps, gliding, hanging throughout the air, wall running, so much fun. This game has a lot of soul, a lot of heart. I like Hazel as a character. She's funny. She's a weaver. She's trying to figure out her powers in the world. And there's a lot of dark themes than I thought. The one theme that was going on with this particular stage of what one brother did to another brother, which was pretty dark, and Hazel's journey is to try to unravel this mystery. And I thought it was phenomenal. I really like the fact that the stop motion actually adds a lot of flavor to the game. It's using Unreal Engine 4, which surprisingly still looks good in the cinematics. For those who do not like the stop motion, you could take that off. I thought that was cool. Right now they're going for 10 to 12 hours as far as the gameplay length, which I think is a really cool. It's obviously a linear adventure. It's not an open world game, that kind of thing. Look, they could have something special. I guess my only questions and concern with South of Midnight will be the combat. And not saying the combat is bad. I would just say that it seems a little bit more simplistic. Obviously you have the push abilities with the weave and the pull abilities. She can also drain the essence of things after she unravels them and stuff like that. And what happens when you have the platform, you have the stage, and then when you get to the combat, the enemies kind of lock you in. So it almost becomes like this arena thing. And I'm just curious because I was bad at it. By the way, I was bad at it. Now, in my defense, the developers were like, look, we kind of threw you into the mix. All these abilities and all these options will be kind of onboarded to you so you can understand. I had a lot of tools early, but I didn't really know how to use them properly, is basically what I'm saying. So shout out to Attic with his amazing editing for not making me look terrible, because I was looking terrible, but it was real spooky for me at certain points. But I was able to get through it. I was able to beat the preview demo and get this stuff done. But my curiosity would be how repetitive that gets. Do they add a lot of variety? Do they do different things? That would be the question. But if you look at it, Chicago, her lady get a voodoo doll. Oh, yeah. I don't want to say that. There's a lot of secrets in this game. Lisa, I know where you go. And they're fun and they're dope. I will say the way it's projecting and the use of sound and music in the game and soul in the game and story in the game, it could be special. So we'll see. One level definitely had a lot for me, but that's what I got. Obviously, King, she got a chance to play it. He loved it. Shout out to Clyde Henry, the team that's used for the stop motion. They're utilizing real physical objects and stuff like that in the game, and I love that. And that really adds a lot of flavor to it. And this is Deep South, y'all. This is Deep South.
South, yeah.
Oh, man, the accents and the voice acting, really, really cool, man. I'm pulling for Compulsion. I hope they pull off, because I will say this. I came in with low expectation. And I was like, yo, they may have something. So we'll see. But I'll bring it to you, Attic and Forte. Attic, start with you. From what you've seen about South of Midnight, obviously you've been editing the footage and the stuff that we've been doing and me and King was doing out there. What was your thoughts on it so far?
I've always been sold on South of Midnight. The biggest question I would probably have to is like the evolution of gameplay. Yeah. Exactly how they keep the game interesting as the time goes on. I think it's like a 10 to 15 hour game. So they don't have to do it very long. So I'm very curious to see, exactly the story goes. I'm big fan of what I see on bosses too, like the crocodile.
Oh yeah.
So I'm curious to see exactly how they evolve that as well. One of the biggest games that I can think of that had like really fun, unique boss fights was Hi-Fi Rush, and I'm hoping we can get something, maybe not necessarily in the same lane, but something similar.
Yeah.
Right.
In terms of the scale of the bosses more than like the bosses themselves. So yeah, I think it's a very interesting looking game. Comes out very soon too.
Yeah.
I would expect, we'll probably, if we get review codes, we'll probably have that in the next month.
Yeah, hopefully, man. Shout out Ami. Thank you, brother. He said great interview with the devs in studio here. Yeah, man. Guillaume was awesome, and he was very down to earth. You could tell, like, he's like, basically, he's like, it hit different when you, like, during the Contrast days, because Contrast was like a PS4 joint around launch, and then he's like, it hits different when you ain't got to worry about, you keep the lights on, you know what I'm saying, as far as the studio is concerned, and having that, and being nervous of jumping on the stage at E3 and debuting one of your games and stuff like that. We'll be happy for you. It was really dope, man. I really love that interview. He was really gracious to give us that. He doesn't do a lot of interviews, Guillaume, and just to be able to talk to him with me and King was super dope. But yeah, Forte, your thoughts, man, as far as South of Midnight, what you've seen, if you get a chance to watch our footage or just any footage in general, what you're feeling on the South of Midnight so far.
No, dude, this is my most anticipated game this year from Xbox. Your interview, got a chance to look at that. That was really, really well done, and got a chance to watch Attic at work putting that together.
Oh yeah,
yeah. He put his foot into that one,
bro. He killed that interview.
He killed that one.
It was top notch.
Yeah, that was really cool. Seeing King with no glasses on was something.
No glasses, King was there.
no glasses, King. I was like, oh man, King ain't got no glasses on. First thing that stood out to me.
Yes.
But but like I said, everything from, because I didn't get a chance to, of course, when didn't get a chance to play it or anything, but seeing a lot of the community's enthusiastic about the game and everything really bodes well to the fact that I'm really, really excited to get a chance to wait for that to actually come out, because like I think it comes out May 15th if I remember right. Is that the one that comes out April?
Because I think Doom is
May 15th.
Yeah.
April, South, So I'm definitely really, really cool. I didn't look at too much because I want to be, that's one of those games I want to be really surprised at, because there is, like you said, the Deep South, there's a lot of meaning in there. So I kind of don't want to be surprised by a lot of the stuff that is being shown beforehand. Yeah. But for the most part, it really just comes back to Xbox about to be cooking this year, man. And that game is, of all the games so far, one of the games I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, man. Now, well said. I definitely, like I said, it definitely shot up the ladder. I would say that. I think seeing everyone else's view and impressions of it also surprised me too. Like, people were really digging it and like, yo, if this is what we got in store, Compulsion may have something. So salute to them, man. I'm pulling for them. We see how that joint lands. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Unless we got anything else. Attic, you good? Because I was going to keep it pushing. And,
I think we're good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Let's get the super chats and then get up on out of here.
I think we got one.
One more. All right, let me throw it on.
What are you buying?
I want to give a shout out for a great interview and content. I hope to see more from you guys. Highly professional journalism.
Bro, thank you for that. That means a lot. That seriously means a lot. Again, don't get a chance to get a lot of these, opportunities, so you want to take advantage of them. Compulsion was awesome. Like, just talking to the passion from that team, you could tell they did their research. That's the thing I like. They did their research and it was super dope. And again, I really appreciate, you guys liking the interview. Shout out, give my man Attic some love, man. Like, we are up, you have no idea, all hours of the night, trying to make sure this thing looks as as professional and dope for you guys in the edits. And by the way, my man is nice. I'm just saying, my man is nice. So if you need your videos done, like, I'm just saying, my man is nice. You know what I'm saying?
If you need those videos
nice, bro. Like, I'm telling you, like, don't sleep. Y'all think it's just me with the pretty face, Lord Beat? Nah, man. If I'm my man with them editing, got me looking good. Then we got the secret weapon Forte on the low. Like, y'all not ready, man. I'm just saying, my man's is nice. I gotta bring y'all up. Y'all did y'all thing, man. Y'all did y'all thing. Them late nights, it's worth it to see the response. So yeah, that's the plug. Salute. Shout out to Something Ghost. He's addicts among the hardest workers. Yes, the grind is there, brother, for sure. It takes a lot of work. So I don't do videos. I'm just here. I'm there to look good. I'm the model. I'm here to look good.
I'm the model.
Talk, make you laugh. I'm here. I'm the pretty face. The real work is these brothers here. The stuff that they do, I cannot do. I just give feedback. That's my thing. So it is what it is, man. Salute to y'all. That's all we got. We got all super chats. All right, cool. Addict, where can five people
while we do our outros?
Yeah. What we got?
We got DPS over here. They need like 20 away from being hit in 500.
Oh,
there's
come on.
easy 20 of you that can go over there and make these
right
people over 500. Don't give me that. Don't give me I ain't sub, go sub. I know there's 20. We got almost 600 people in here. There's 20 of you that
20 of y'all, man. Go
I know there's 20 of you that ain't one over there.
Sub to my mans.
Let's get them to 500 before the podcast ends, man. Let's get them to 500 before the podcast ends.
Cog, we got to chop it. Yeah, for sure, bro. We got a couple Mets games this year, man. So you better pull up. It's going down. He said, Cog here to model these. He said, I thought Solve was the model. Look, when Solve is down here, I'm second place. All right. So let me get that. Anyway, I think we're going to Addict. Where can the five people find you? Make sure y'all subscribe to the link. Please go hit that up. Yeah. Also, that FactorMeals, man. I'm telling you, get your health as well on. You know what I'm saying? If you're a guy that don't like to cook as much and you want some real healthy
man.
options,
PlayStation taking forever. You got to work on your health or you ain't going to make it to that game.
You ain't going to make it to the game. Oh, man. Oh,
hey, yo. That was wild.
Hey man, I'm talking about myself too, not just you guys.
-0. There's not enough super chats for no beefy card calendar coming out. We are not OnlyFans. Stop it. You are not making no calendar with me with different months. No.
Beefy poses.
Ridiculous. Addict, where can the five people find you? What you got going on besides Zoom hating on your camera?
Am I freezing again?
Yeah, it's doing the full scan. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at Lord Addict ILP. You can find me on YouTube at Gaming Addict. Want to thank everyone for coming through. You guys really showed up.
Yeah.
We should be. I would say next month we should be the Tokyo trip.
Oh, shout out to C-Dub, bro.
Yeah, C-Dub's probably 30% of it.
Bro, C-Dub is getting us there, bro. Like, facts. Like, everybody. Shout out to everybody. But, yeah, so it's extra special. We're going to make it rain one more time for C-Dub, man. That boy.
We need 15 more subs. I ain't playing with you guys.
Yeah, 15. Let's go. Hey, y'all dancing card calendar. You're not stop with this card calendar stuff. I'm not doing no calendar. Stop out here. Get out of here. You get me in different months and poses. Y'all got squats. That's enough.
Hey, we'll get you with some Crocs and them too.
Oh, I already got to do that foolishness. Man, my joint. So it is what it is. Anyway, Lord Gaming Forte. Where can the five people find you? What you got going on, sir?
Yo, as always, DPS podcast every Thursday with the homie Slow Mo, 9 p.m. Gonna be a great time there. Love being here with you guys as always. Temp services in full effect. Great time. King, we miss you.
Yes.
You ducked us today.
He ducked the fade.
You ducked the fade. That's okay. We'll trust me, we'll recircle all this next week.
But we're bringing it back.
Oh, yeah, it's coming back. But with that being said, guys, enjoy your weekend. Enjoy the games you're playing.
Yeah.
Down to the Chiefs.
Yes.
Go Birds. And have a great weekend, guys.
No. And again, send some love to our brother Solve, man. He's going through some tough times. I didn't want to talk about too much and bring the mood down. But yeah, he's going through some tough times and he could use all the love needed. And then again, apologies. We thought we would have came, but something did came up. So we apologize for that. That was false advertising. We thought we had him. But then something did happen on that side. But I appreciate y'all for still rocking with us. I know, sometimes you still got to rock with what they call it, the Jackson 4. when Michael can't make it, I appreciate y'all still support it, man. You know what I'm saying? Tito here. I got some stuff coming. It's Tito Jackson. But I appreciate y'all. No doubt. It's all of it. Salute to Paris. Salute to Paris for pulling up, man. But that's all I got. We got a lot of stuff cooking. Really appreciate y'all. And that's all I got, man. So everybody enjoy your Sunday. We are out. Peace.
And we are not sending them anywhere.
And we're not sending them anywhere. Peace.
Peace.